All right, we got a few more, couple more minutes. We got 3 more minutes till the race. Fuck. Where are we at? 11:58. When does it start? In 1 minute. It's weird. Day race, man. Oh, where did I pause this? Oh, wait. Qualifying for me was at 6 a.m. I was not about to stream that. And then this race at noon. I almost forgot about it too. I was playing Armored Reforger right now. About to start streaming that. And then I was like, oh shit, day race today. I like day races. But it's Nashville, and Nashville has been pretty gnarly in past races to riders. You guys want to see something gnarly real quick too? Let's see if... Hold on. No, no.
Round 13 of the Super Motocross World Championship is back in the Music City with 3 superstars battling for the 2026
That looked gnarly.
Motocross title.
Yeah, I'm gonna be curious to see if Kenny could keep it up. Tomac looks feisty today, but he also did in Alabama, so qualifying was good. Night show went to shit. Chase Sexton, we had a front tire tuck sighting. Sexton went down in qualifying. Davies won qualifying 1, then Hammaker won the 2nd. Six races ago, Cooper Webb 20 full race down.
We are far from home as NBC Sports welcomes you to the Monster Energy SMX World Championship. And with 5 rounds to go, 3 contenders are covered by only 5 points. The 2026 season is shaping up to be one of the closest in history. And how about Eli Tomac? There he is. He's been struggling of late, finishes at 3rd, 5th and 6th in the last 3 rounds, but he remains at the top of the standings, sharing the points lead.
Yeah, that was gnarly. I'm still trying to figure out who that was. They're not saying who crashed like that. Yeah.
As he looks to hold off the veteran Ken Roxon, who's in his own search for his first Supercross crown in his 13th full season of competition. And here we are for an afternoon race inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville.
How's the weather over there? I think it was cloudy earlier.
Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship. Hi folks, great to have you with us.
79 degrees, overcast, 23% chance of rain at 3 right now, 9% at 6.
Now he has ignited it with back-to-back wins. First time he's done that in 5 years. He continues this incredible momentum.
That's right, bringing it the last 2 weeks. And what I think about when I watch Ken Roczen right now is I think about that journey the last 13 years in the Premier class, the ups, the downs, and what's that entailed. He's been around some great guys, great teams.
Here we go. What's up, Bucktown?
On great machines, and I think of the things that he's done.
I'm so curious to see if Kenny could keep it together, man.
He's done really well, and it's like all of that has come together at the perfect time. It's been an incredible.
I think Hunter.
Absolutely, and you're watching it.
It's gonna be Eli.
Ricky, he's found his form now with Ken Roczen. He used to come in here and be happy with a third place. He'd get a win every once.
It's hard to
in a
say
while,
who's gonna
but
be at the podium tonight.
Absolutely showing these guys that he belongs.
It could be or winning. It could be Eli. It could be Hunter. It could be Roczen. And Cooper Webb could get a win.
The Ken Roczen story is the one that has captivated people lately, right? Well, Christian.
It's amazing, isn't it, Lee? And it's his last 3-year chapter in his partnership with HEP Suzuki. There's been an incredible story in itself. Larry Brooks, who's a legend of the sport, was put in charge of the 450 division as team manager back in late 2022, just weeks before.
Tomac did lay down a good time. He looked feisty in quality.
Bond with a mission to get Suzuki back in the winner's circle. And guess what? Well, within 3 rounds, they were on the podium, and then this win here in Indianapolis came another 6 rounds later. The first win for Suzuki in 7 years. Now in 2026, like you guys said, within reach of his first 450 championship, 13 years in the class, he'll turn 32 years old here in just a couple of weeks. Larry Brooks has not been able to attend any of the rounds this year. He is currently at home undergoing cancer treatment, but he has
Hunter, Eli, Roczen, Sexton, Jacob. I don't think Sexton's going to be top 5. He's one down already today. He's what, 9th or 8th in quali. He doesn't. He's going to be surviving tonight. My opinion. He could probably go crazy tonight.
Good stuff, Will. Now, while the Roczen story is
I think he's going to be on survival mode tonight. Jacob could be in there. He's another one, depending on the whoops. That sand section is gonna get some people today.
The last couple weekends has been a struggle for Eli. You know, he's got the
Love Tomac, but I feel Kenny's got that extra fight in him, right?
really needs to get on form because the other guy
My favorite Kenny moment so far this year is that pass he put on Hunter last week. I'm so fucking sick.
With Eli Tomac right there. There he is coming out for opening ceremonies. He took a gnarly impact 2 weeks ago at Detroit. Oh, I didn't think he was going to finish.
Kenny for the W. I wonder how Hunter's wrist is doing. I haven't seen nothing about it.
With the third place finish, incredible comeback.
So we've got 450 competition and 250 East Division.
He won. We got Davies, Adams. Adams is back. Weird what Kawasaki's doing. They still got Romano as a fill-in, but Adams is back. McAdoo's coming back. He's back on the bike, you know. So, what Cali guy do we think is out this year?
Look at those numbers there. A 3.3 average finish, and compare that to
Got to be McAdoo, right?
a 5.5, the best 250 race in the world. And you're
Star
looking at
Thrasher got to be gone this year too.
his first 15 races. Look at that 5.9 with numbers
Hunter
like
podium
this.
for sure tonight.
What does the next decade look like for the young New Zealander?
It's exciting times, isn't it? And once again, he was quick earlier today, but this is
Here we go. Remember, 30-second board, or the live board is a couple seconds ahead of the broadcast. See if Star Yamaha could keep this 250 beat down alive. Ooh, Gordon went too wide. Gordon got a good start, just went too wide, but back up there in the third.
Good to see him up here. Also got the number 35, Drew Adams, coming back from injury, Ricky.
Yeah, great comeback for Drew Adams. He was fast earlier today in time qualifying practice. But, man, if I'm Drew Adams, I want to get through here, make all the laps.
I think Landon is going to have a better debut
It's great to see him up
than
here.
Minier. That was a crazy leap. That triple into the sand. He got such a good start, then a bad start, then it went bad, and then he fucking kind of fixed it. It was kind of good, impressive.
Yeah, great opportunity for him. He gets to ride with Cole Davies during the week with all these guys, so he should be feel pretty comfortable, but he's got a couple guys. Looks like we got a little issue in the whoops. This is what happens when you get a bad start, Ricky.
Yeah, that's Guillaume right over
Oh,
there.
Guillaume.
This SMX track
I was looking at Shock.
Yes, James, probably He put some water down in between opening ceremonies, getting this track race ready. Probably got a little wheel spin, bike rotates forward and over the bars he goes.
Valentin Guillaume, the Swiss rider, picks himself back up.
Shot. Cody was looking sketchy. That's why I was looking at him.
Everybody chasing out after Cole Davies.
Yeah, you can see how much slippery those whoops are. Even those guys started losing traction, but it'll get better. Even though it'll dry out, it'll be
So far, such a solid debut for Gordon.
They have to deal with it, but number 37, he's dealing with pulling away.
Menier is going to be, he's an outdoor savage, so.
I love watching Cole Davies. Just what I love about it, James, is his riding style. He's very neutral on the motorcycle as far as body positioning. Very similar, I believe, to a guy like Jet Lawrence.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And when he's out front, he gets even more like that, and that's what makes him really
Easy
difficult.
win for
Everyone's
Cole.
rushing. That's hard to put somebody in a pressure zone when they look so comfortable like that.
It has been a big journey and a massive commitment from the Davies family.
Crazy how Davies looks untouchable until you put him in the same race with Deegan.
Yeah, he hasn't been at a couple of them, but he's traveled to all the other ones. But he flies here every weekend and flies back just for a day, just to watch me race. So, yeah, he's got a lot going on at home that he needs to sort out and he needs to be at home for. But, yeah, he still comes and sees me race.
That's cool his dad does that.
Watching Cole Davies there, I talked about at the top of the show, just a tremendous arc throughout his early career here, but look at the top three. All three of them are recent graduates of that SMX Next program. As much as Landon Gordon, this is his first race ever, so the development is clear to see for all. And Cole Davies,
Star Yamaha's future is going to be looking pretty solid.
And behind Cole is Drew Adams coming back from that thumb injury. He missed the last 4 races.
Then it makes you think about outdoors, like, can Max win outdoors?
Second place at the moment. There he is, trying to bridge that gap to race leader Cole Davies. He's 1.5 seconds behind at the moment.
Do we think Max can win outdoors?
I just spoke to him before we got going here, Lee, just trying to get an update on that thumb injury. He did have surgery on it, had to take 3 weeks off the bike, had a couple of weeks back on. Originally, they told him 8 to 10 weeks they were going to put some screws in there. He said just a couple of hours before surgery, the surgeon said to him, you know what, if I put a plate in there, I think we can kind of cut about 4 weeks off this recovery time. He said, yep, whatever you need to do, and that's him back now. He did say he wanted to race last weekend, but team owner Mitch Payton said, no, take it easy, Drew.
That's true racer status right there. Put some plates in this. I can cut off about 4 weeks out here. He looks really good. We're watching these guys. It's like Cody Chalk.
Oh!
Knocks Cody off the track. He goes through the mechanics area.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Wild between the 492, Landon Hartz, and Cody Shock aboard the 22.
Dude hit and kind of Cody went in. Dude. Okay, Cody cuts trying to block, close the door. Dude forces it. Dude goes down and then knocks Cody into the mechanics.
And Hart's had the momentum going too.
As long as he eats his crumpet, teas and crumpet, he can win.
By Drew Adams coming back off the injury. Great report there by Will.
I don't know. I'm just looking at the field. Shimoda could win outdoors. Can he stay healthy? Hymus could win outdoors. Can he stay healthy? Kitchen gonna be hurt when outdoor starts still, but then he's not consistent. Davies not really proven on outdoors yet. Minier's gonna be a savage. I don't see him winning a title though. His first year.
Cole Davies and Drew Adams was in the SMX Futures division.
Hammaker.
You think about what that has looked like the last 2 years for Cole
Maybe.
Davies versus where Drew Adams right now. So a little bit incentive there.
Drew Adams.
I feel like Drew maybe have a chip on his shoulder. Like,
Outdoors is gonna be so wide open now in the 250 class.
And what Ricky was referring to, Supercross Futures is now known as SMX Next. And the top 3 in this race are all graduates of that program. Here's another teenager. We spoke about him a little earlier. Making his pro debut is Landon Gordon. And doing a great job, James.
No, he's doing a great job. I mean, I think these whoops are really difficult for all these guys as he loses a little bit of wheel spin, but nonetheless, Landon obviously has that talent. It just shows you how good this
Max is onk when it comes to 250. Yep, he definitely is.
Well, and I loved what what he showed us at the beginning of this race. It's super easy to fall into that trap and maybe override against his team with his teammate Cole Davies and Drew Adams. Great composure by this young rookie.
There's the man who's won the last two 450 main events, Ken Roczen. The Suzuki star warming up before his first heat of the night. 450's not too far away. On track, Cole Davies in control and comfortable. That's kind of a regular theme with this guy, all bar the first event of the season from the 250 East Division where he crashed, then staged a remarkable comeback, missed the podium. That's the only time, Ricky, this year he hasn't been on the podium.
Easy win for Davies.
Going to that rhythm lane before the whoops, he shifts up 2 times in the air, probably to 4th gear, to be able to be in that perfect gear as he enters the whoops coming out of that right-handed corner.
He's just Landon Gordon is just flying into the sand.
Simonson and then Henry Miller was a big beneficiary. Checkered flag is out. It's another heat win to Cole Davies, and very comfortably so, as Cody Schock has worked his way back after he went through the mechanics area. He's in 6th, chasing out after Henry Miller. Devin Simonson grabbed 4th behind Adams and Gordon. Top 9 go through, straight through to the main event. And at the moment, Kyle Peters holds on to that 9th and final spot. So, as far as Monster Energy star Yamaha racer Cole Davies is concerned, this is business as usual. Championship is the only thing on his mind, and he has a comfortable 11-point lead coming in to this Nashville round.
Easy. Wouldn't expect nothing less. Now let's see if Handmaker could do it. Handmaker got me nervous, saying he needs to kind of go a little bit more harder. He's looked so sketchy throughout the year. Him saying he needs to go a little bit wide, more open.
The nightmare follows you home.
It's kind of scary.
Half of this town will be dead by morning.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2, streaming now only on Peacock. Taxes was so taxing.
Now taxes is so free. Turbo tax, free addition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. How this is taxes, file for free and get the most money back. Guaranteed.
Don't miss the deadline. File by 4/15.
At Napa, we know how to keep undercar under control. That's why our solutions are driven by 3 steps. Stop, go, grow. Stop safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that prevent costly comebacks. Then grow your business.
Yeah, anyways, going back to what we're talking about, I'm so curious who's going to win the outdoors in the 250s this year.
That's Napa know-how.
IMSA is always looking to push the boundaries of sports car technology with a mindful eye on sustainability and responsible competition.
The GTP car is a top-class prototype, the fastest car in the field.
Showcasing powerful hybrid technology, the GTP car's power units produce approximately 675 horsepower or 500 kilowatts of energy. It's IMSA racing into the future with a name that makes its fans remember the past.
That swordfish won me the tournament.
I once had an 8-leg parlay. An octopus, if you will. It came down to a game in Indiana. I heard the team's plane got in super late the night before, so I figured I'd use my Bet365 sign-up bonus to hammer the under.
Did you win?
Well, let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas!
New customers bet $10, get $200 in bonus bet.
Monster Energy SMX World Championship is brought to you by Monster Energy and by Insta360. Capture the action in 8K with Ace Pro 2. Opening ceremony in the daylight looks a little bit different to what we're used to under the lights, but something special for the fans here in Music City. In the Bass Pro Shops opening ceremony in the Bass Pro Shops. Ambassador in Malcolm Stewart enjoying a huge round of applause from the crowd. Meanwhile, let's hear from Heat 1 winner. Here's Cole Davies with JT.
Thank you, Lee. And Cole Davies are certainly on a roll here. All the momentum.
Is that Theo Vaughn?
This is a huge difference to last week's track in St. Louis. What's it going to shape up like in the main event?
Man, it's hard back out there. You know, they didn't prep some of it, and they just watered it, so it's just slick out there. But, yeah, I feel like my starts are back, so try to replicate that and ride better in the main.
We'll see you out there. Great job.
He's always self-analyzing and seeing what he can do better, that's for sure. As it's time to say good afternoon to Jason Wygant. Hey, Weege, where do we find you?
Hey, thanks, Lee. We're over here with the sensation of the series right now. This is Ken Roxon's pit with Progressive X-Star Suzuki. Will Christian mentioned earlier on the show that his team manager, Larry Brooks, not able to be here. Now, Larry is a legend. He's managed multiple race teams and riders to this championship before, but he can't be here because of the stage 2 colon cancer diagnosis. Now, Larry was recently on a podcast about 2 weeks ago called Winners Take Y'all, saying his cancer markers are down. He feels he's got this, but he still can't come into the races due to his compromised immune system. But he's still integrated into this race team. After every practice session, the team sends him footage. After the heat race, the team sends him footage. He calls Ken Roxon. They have conversations in Roxon's bus right behind us. The team owner, Dustin Pipe, says Larry Brooks is still the #1 voice in Ken Roxon's ear on race day, even though he's not at the racetrack.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, Larry's been a huge.
We got
he worked with me for a few years, and you talk about
Hammaker, Thrasher, Bennett, Clout, Romano, Hand, Kelly, Neese, Clark, and Bernard.
He's getting better, and he's got his guy on the roll right now.
Well, that's right. And, you know, I never had the opportunity to work directly with him. I was always on the opposing side, and I've always heard nothing but great things. And I tell you what, as a team manager and what his role was for the guys being on the opposite side, he always had so much respect for the people that he was competing with.
Heat 2 of 250 East Division coming up with championship hopeful Seth Hammaker aboard the Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. He is in this one. Speaking of 250s, guys, guess who's going to join us for the 250 main event? The superstar Jet Lawrence, SMX World Champion, Motocross Champ, Supercross Champ. Can't wait to catch up with Jet, get an update on his injury, his progress, and his comeback for round 1 of Pro Motocross. That's coming up.
There we go, 30-second board.
This afternoon. Great story here. Nick Romano, multiple years away from the sport, got the call up to come back, and he has not disappointed. He has been a regular in the top 10. Looked pretty speedy earlier today as well.
There we go.
Nothing like hearing that roar. Look at Daxton Bennett, got a good start.
Good start for Dax, Thrasher, Romano, Hammaker. Marcelisi. Yeah, Hammaker does not look good in the whoops. Almost slid out right there.
He got a pretty decent start, especially a jump out of the gate. He just pushed out a little bit wide in that first corner. But, James, I believe this is a big weekend for Seth Hammaker. And the reason that it is, he's 11 points down. We're running out of time. And I tell you what, Cole is riding so well. Now, he's got to come out, and I think he's got to get to win to really save this championship hopes.
Yeah, I think more just for his belief. I mean, even at some point, he's got to be able to beat Cole straight up. And clearly he has the speed as he's making a few mistakes here in this rhythm section. But Seth has all the tools to be able to get it done. He should be able to, Will.
What was missing, he said, James, after the race last weekend was perhaps a level of intensity. He talked a couple of times post-race about kind of turning that up and the need to sort of, as he put it, hang it out. I was interested what his take would be on it this week. Well, after becoming the fastest qualifier again here this weekend, he doubled down on that, just saying, yep, it's time. We've seen Seth in these modes where he just kind of seems to switch to another gear mentally, and he's ready to get the job done, I think, again today.
Well, a little bit
They need to stop riding dick.
Expand on what you just said, Will, as I go back to that podium interview he had last week, and normally he's got a little smile on his face, and he seemed a bit deflated, maybe like his confidence was knocked down. And he said exactly to what you were just talking about, Will, how he needed to ramp up the intensity, but with that comes risk.
He's just not on the same level as Deegan or Davies.
I feel like he's gotten that
Nothing wrong, dog.
the last couple years, especially last year when he's basically made the move to go to the dog pound. He made huge strides. So again, there is a risk with that, but for sure he's going to have to turn it loose a bit more if he wants to hang with Cole.
Dog Pound is the training facility in Florida, and those 2 years that he spent in Florida.
He's right there on that back tire.
In Seth Hammaker's career. Luke Cloud on the 101 is the rider at the top end of this angry little pack here. He leads the way, but look at the challenges. They're coming thick and fast. Isaiah Clark, Jeremy Hand, Derek Kelly.
Can you guys go to the front battle, please?
Looks like he had 2 for 1 right there, and then got caught up in that sand section. You're talking about intensity. Just imagine being in this battle right here. These guys are trying to play it cool because they're all in the transfer position, but at the same time, they want to move up.
I think
there we
Nate
go.
Thrasher, he's just one of those guys, James, you and I have talked about it. Like, the potential is there. I mean, he is capable of
Ooh,
winning these
Hammaker's gonna make a mistake.
JT, and it's no surprise to see him out here leading.
Yeah, and he mentioned earlier this week that his shoulder being back to 100% really unlocks rides like this because he was simply not healthy earlier.
No Discord today.
He's from just an hour down the road in Livingston, so it
Oh,
would be
mistake this end.
a heck of a homecoming story here if he could find his first
Yeah, we're not, no race today on Discord.
Hammaker trying to turn up the heat there on Nate Thrasher and just got caught up through that sand
We
section.
were, but then my cousin had a death on his side of the family, so, you know, he's with family. RIP to them. Praying for them. Him and his family.
The prop market is live.
Bannock up to third? I just caught that.
/playsmx to claim a bonus and make your whole shot pick. You can do that right now. I like
Yeah, no problem, man. What's up, man? How's it going on? How's it going? Too fast? Happy Saturday to you, man. Hammaker 1.2.
Just taking a different line, even if it's not necessarily fast.
Ooh, mistake. See?
It's the same speed. It's kind of nice to get a fresh breath of air and not get pelted by the rocks, but keep your eye in this sand section all night long because
It's these little mistakes that catch that cost Hammaker. Little mistake here, a little mistake there, and it just adds up.
Into that sand, you don't have that forward drive going forward, and it's easy to bury the front end and go down.
This afternoon time slot's got you tracked, hasn't it?
It does. It does.
Yeah, I don't like this day race shit.
Nate Thrasher got his first heat win of the season a couple of races ago in Detroit. And as James alluded to, he also had a heavy crash. So this is looking a lot smoother for Nate Thrasher.
Thrasher and McAdoo both need just new sceneries.
Pro Circuit Kawasaki rider and Seth Hammaker.
Oh.
He's a local. He's from Tennessee. He's from Livingston. Let's hear him talk about his hometown.
Trailer park down the way.
Yeah, we had some T-shirts. Yeah, hopefully they'll be wearing
Oh,
it. And,
0.2 seconds back.
I'm just pumped to see everybody. Haven't seen them in a little bit, and I go there normally in the off season. So
Gonna get him right here.
It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. So yeah, they'll be by the rig, and it should be pretty wild. So
Some good guys out injured. Yeah, that Joe one's a bummer.
Friends and family, they're like, hold them off, but so far it looks like Seth has a better run through the whoops. Let's see if he can get a little closer. He tried doing it, but here we go.
Ooh. Ran him high. Come on, Thrasher. He's right. Still has his back tire. Oh, he's going to try it. Shit, he was too nice on that one. Come on, Thrasher.
Nice move. Good ride by both these guys.
There's that sand section right here. It'd be interesting to see if some of these guys start going to that inside line there on the right-hand side of your screen. Most of these riders using the outside lane. I think as the afternoon goes on and that outside gets
Hammaker's going to pull on him right now.
I would say deteriorates. It's going to force these guys to go to the inside and be multi-groove racetrack.
Is it possible for Seth Hammaker as he begins the final lap to take the fight to Cole Davies in the main event? We don't know yet, but that move, that comeback, and then that pass was vital in his mental strength.
Yeah, absolutely. And anytime, I mean, Nate's no slouch. I mean, he's won these races before, but I like the aggression that
It was too nice. Nate could have fucking been a little bit more aggressive.
He should be back with this bike by the time we're on.
Oh.
Looks like Seth's found another gear here as soon as he made the pass by Thrasher.
I'm thinking the sand section is going to be a game changer. It's getting them all. I was just saying that a few minutes ago. That sand section going to be kind of a factor tonight.
He's had a remarkable incredibly consistent year. Just like Davies, he's been on the podium all but one race. He wins this heat to go with his heat win in Arlington earlier in the year. Continuing this, it's a good scrap for that ninth.
Those wolves don't look too bad. That shit just hard packed. Oh, Kelly.
Whoa, hang on to it, Derek. There he is on the 77. Just getting a little out.
That fool went for a ride.
It's been a really
Bennett third, Romano fourth.
Luke Clout, Luke Neese, Derek Kelly, and Marcus Phelps. There's Phelps.
Yeah, brother. If you know, you know. There. I'm 100% agree. This track, I like this track actually though. Oh.
Here we go. It's not over yet. The South African switches lines, but the checkered flag came.
McAdoo needs to go to a new scenery. Give that seat to Romano. I feel like he's deserved it.
Thank goodness.
Adams, Hammaker, Romano.
We'll hear from him in a moment as some of the riders heard from some of the all-stars like Delaney Walker, the Tennessee Titans tight end. Victoria Arlen, Paralympic swimmer. Happy to be here. She's a big Supercross fan. She's been to multiple events. There's Colton Dawson.
Sorry, I was looking at these people. What was I saying? I literally forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, the feature. Kitchen, Hammaker, Romano, and Adams. That's a solid pro circuit team.
Is here as well. It is a star-studded affair here in Nashville.
There's some good racing on track. That's what I'm saying. I like this track. The wolves aren't breaking down too. It's all hard packed, you know. That sand section's gnarly, gonna be crazy. That triple into it, I fucking love that. But where would McAdoo go? Let's see if we could brainstorm a team for. Because he's a guaranteed podium guy. Not the same without the Deegs. Yeah. That's why if you know, like, well, probably your first time here, but like other people, they'll notice I didn't even do qualifying today. One, it was too early. Two, I'm just not too fired up about the East Coast like I am on the West Coast. Thrasher gonna be. I guess there was talk of him being seen in the Triumph truck like a week or two ago.
I know how important Liberty
We might see Thrasher go to Triumph, which would make sense. A lot of Triumph's employees are a lot of all-star employees, so it's familiar faces for him.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you
McAdoo. Where would McAdoo go if he left Pro Circuit though?
Let's be honest. If you don't choose the right paint brand,
Does McAdoo go to Triumph as well?
This doesn't look good.
How much did we spend at that paint store?
Way too much.
the wrong choice can make
Or does McAdoo go to Star?
fall apart.
I don't see that happening though.
That's why we made Bear Dynasty. With one coat coverage at the lowest price guaranteed.
I mean, anything's possible, but
Well, that was way easier.
Go with Bear, the most trusted paint brand in America for a reason. Available at the Home Depot.
She's got 12 items.
Okay, eyes on your own basket. Young homeowners turning into their parents love rules.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Everybody knows you're not supposed to put yard waste in the trash bin.
Let's go.
RJ, we're gonna see him on a new bike next year. They're not saying what team.
No, we're not leaving a note. It's okay. You don't need a ticket. There's no one waiting.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents.
See?
But we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Technically, these onions count as one item.
You're literally the only one who cares.
Yep.
Welcome back to Nashville. We have Heat 2 winner Seth Hammaker. And Seth, I asked you last weekend on the
Damn, I actually think that's a good question, dude. Where would McAdoo go if he left Pro Circuit?
You've had a week to think about that. Are you still in the same frame of mind where the risk has to go up?
Yeah, absolutely. We're in that point in the championship now and need to start winning these races and get that points gap back to single digits and just chip away. But I feel good today. Going to take a good start.
All right, Heat 1 450.
Yeah, definitely gonna.
Lawrence, Webb, Cooper, Sexton, Ferrandis, Savachi, Marchbanks, McElrath, Thompson, and Freeze. You know we big freaking fans of Cole Thompson over here, so the Trish track, the way it's set up, it's gonna be crazy main event time.
Ken Roxon
I agree.
takes the first place votes, followed by Hunter Lawrence, who is the co-red plate holder. Justin Cooper in third place. He had a great ride last week. Your defending champion Cooper Webb fourth, and Eli Tomac, who's had a fantastic afternoon, in fifth. And your wild card is ninth place, and Malcolm Stewart.
Well, JT spoke about a shift. Have a look at this dynamic graphic with the top three in the championship and the rise and fall of their respective positions in the championship.
Holy shit.
Across the scope of the season thus far. Look at that, sharing the top spot, going to the top, and back-to-back wins has Ken Roxon just 5 points back from the tie.
The point race between those three is crazy. Seeing them like that.
And Hunter Lawrence. It is as close as it's ever been in the history of this sport after 12 rounds. We couldn't ask for it to be any better.
Dude, Hunter's, his red plates are sick. It's a red background, but then it has like a black fading on it. With the black trim, that kind of looks sick.
On the screen, he's got the red plate, but he needs to get back to where he believes. And you know, so far he's been looking great all day long. He's going to have his hands full today.
Well, defending Monster Energy Supercross champ Cooper Webb.
Champ,
I mean,
buddy.
Listen, I go back. He was in Ken Roxon's spot.
Orange, black, and the camo gear, kind of sick.
So you think he could get 2 in a row? The guy is capable of it. His championship hopes could look a lot different. Still mathematically in this game, and man, what a way it would be for him to.
Logan Carnell's back.
Got to get back on the podium. He hasn't been, hasn't been on the podium the last
Dayton
3
Briggs
races.
is not racing. He's not even. He left. They mutually agreed to part ways. Moto Depot or Moto Concept Team, whatever the fuck it was.
St. Louis, and could not finish the race. Had a little fall earlier today as well. He was
Ooh, I'm not even gonna say what just happened right now. I'm gonna let that happen on the broadcast.
It was an unforced error, so we'll see if he can get the day off to the right start here. 450 Heat 1 in Nashville. Let's go. Great start, Justin Cooper. Look at that.
Horrible start for Sexton.
We got 2 riders down at the back. Hunter Lawrence slots into second.
J. Coop, NBA J. Coop, Hunter Lawrence, Marchbanks third, Cooper Webb fourth, Savachi fifth, Cole Thompson sixth, man.
You see Justin Cooper jumping through the whoops. Haven't seen many people do that all day long, and he just comes out firing the first lap of the heat.
If they're gonna, if the line, the fast line is gonna, yeah, the fast line gonna be jumping the whoops. NBA J. Coop, dude.
As those whoops become more challenging, cupped out, dry, and slick.
I feel like Justin's been brought really good all year, but ever since that he got that win over Eli in that Triple Crown, I believe it was at Indy.
This might be his night, man. Sexton 14th place, dude. If Sexton, all right, Webb in the third. All right, Sexton 11th. He's not gonna be LCQ bound.
Throughout his career, he continues to get better as the series goes on. So no surprise.
I was trying to see what happened to him in the start, because I seen on the live board something happened, but I was watching Marchbanks, not Sexton.
He just got a shocker of a start and is having to work his way through this field.
Yeah, it's been a struggle so far this year for number 4, Kawasaki, Monster Energy Kawasaki, Chase Sexton. We know how fast he's always been his whole career, but I think he's really fighting the inner demons right now. You know, just the mental battles. It's a different spot.
I swear Thompson is the best Canada has seen in 20 years. He's had a very solid year, man. So stoked for him. And still, he still has the style points for going through the whoops this season out of anybody. That wheel tap, look, what he's doing? I'm doing like a 2-stroke, but that little wheel tap shit through the whoops, flawless. We're never consistent and only do a few races here and there. Nah, he's had a solid year, dude.
Throughout the year, working closely with that race team at the Monster Energy Kawasaki Factory Racing team, and it's great to see his progression. You can see the confidence
Sexton in a 10th.
each and every week.
He's right there on McElrath and Freeze's back tire. The manual's been whooped, yeah. It's just freaking almost like Tomac in Daytona that one years ago. Just
And James, when I watch the number 4 of Chase Sexton right here, it just seems like that urgency isn't there at the moment. I know it's it's congested right now. It's early in this heat, but definitely doesn't look like he's taking chances.
No, you're 100% right. And yeah, I was going to say
We've got two guys that can contend outdoors, I bet.
Like you said, there's a lot of traffic in front of him, but Chase can make some of these passes if he wanted to. You can just tell he's not. Something's going on. I don't think we'll have a problem.
I'm trying to think, yeah. I mean, Done Right and Jess Pettis. Are those two guys that fought in the Canadian, or were like friends, and then beefed, and then are friends, and then beefed again during the last year's Canadian Outdoor Series?
66. He's in an immediate transfer position. Always a bonus for these guys.
I forget their names.
Go through to the last chance qualifier. This would be huge.
No mistake out there. Should have McElrath.
Boom, Sexton at 8th.
So Chase Sexton gets Shane McElrath. So now finally moves up into the top 9.
Oh! No!
Yeah. Saw a couple guys do that earlier. Just they try to get on this.
Damn, LCQ bound for the homie, man.
That 90 degrees corner comes out so quickly, and it being
good save for him.
Rocks, just have a hard time getting it.
It's off the track, over the berm, into the tough block.
And something has clicked late in this Supercross season for Justin Cooper.
She's probably not buddies though. They were battling. It was like the dude who won the Nationals the year before, and then somebody else. I forget their names, but they were battling for the title last year. They always had friction, but then they started their wives, so like got them to be cool, and then they were like on the track to being friends, and then one dude took the other guy out in another race, and they went back to beefing. Oh shit, we were talking too much, spooked him. Yeah, I'm not in tune with the Canadian, but I just remember last year people talking about that when their outdoor series was going on.
To be effective here, if he gets to start in the main event, guys, this may be the chance for him to get that win.
He's a hothead. I kind of think it was Bright, and then whoever his rival is. I thought it was funny listening to people talk about that last year, though. Last summer. All right, let's see. What's up, Abdeezy? All right, Hunter's starting to jump the whoops now, too. Triple into the sand. This is a battle between them.
Point out this is a type of track, and James was talking about it a few
Fran is in a 5th past Marchbanks. Savachi 4th. Thompson up to 12th. Carnell 15th.
It's very marbly and slick, and when you apply that pressure, you're going to break.
You're about to play Arma? Me and Cash K were playing it this morning. We're going to stream it later. Well, I'm going to stream it after the race. On Twitch, I'll be playing.
It's going to have to be planned out, and has going to have to be done with
Arma Reforger, man. We're going to be in Ukraine.
In the closing laps of this first 450 heat, does Justin Cooper get back-to-back heat wins in successive weeks?
All right.
We'll see.
J. Coop tripling in. Oh!
Rider down.
The fuck was that? Is that Moran's or Harlan?
Watching this track here, James, it's looking like it's going to be fairly difficult to pass on with these 90s, and like we talked about, like, and how you mentioned how slick it is as well.
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think what you're going to have to do, you just got to be patient.
Oh, it wasn't Moran's. He's not on the track. I don't think it was Harlan either.
An aggressive pass, like what we saw of Seth, fair but aggressive, and try to hold these guys off, because even with the whoop section, I don't think Blixen is really going to help these guys enough to deny.
Carnell in the way of Hunter.
And like you talked about, be right on that rider in front of you, and when it's time, you make the move. What you can't do is make a failed attempt.
Correct.
Because when you do that, you lose so much more time.
This has been a terrific ride.
Damn.
To start this Nashville weekend.
Fucking flatlanded that sand section pretty much. J. Coop did.
There's been a rapid increase increase in the confidence level, the comfort level. And look at this for conviction. Heat wins second in a
NBA
row
J.
in 2
Coop.
weeks for Justin Cooper. That first career main event win may be getting closer than we think.
I was just thinking while you said
Hell yeah, have fun, Abdeezy.
special here tonight in the main event today.
Hunter Lawrence continues his amazing.
That's cool. I'm glad you're stoked on that, dude. That's what's up.
Then Cooper Webb. But it's J. Coop, Justin Cooper, the winner.
This copyrighted broadcast of the SMX World Championship may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of Feld Motorsports.
A lot has changed over the last 60 years. Phones are smarter. And coffee got a lot more complicated.
Can I have a non-fat, double tall latte, light, and a little bit of caramel?
But through it all, one thing hasn't changed. Chapman Automotive still makes it easy to find your next vehicle. Chapman Automotive, making it easy since 1966. Now with more than 20 locations statewide.
A long history of being the SUV you can trust continues with the 2026 Subaru Forester. It holds the road with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. It holds its value with 96% of Forester vehicles sold in the last 10 years still on the road today. The 2026 Subaru Forester. Love begins with trust.
Get a great offer plus complimentary maintenance at Tucson Subaru, Arizona's #1 rated Subaru dealership.
At Napa, we know how to keep undercar under control. That's why our solutions are driven by 3 steps: stop, go, grow. Stop safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that prevent costly comebacks. Then grow your business behind the parts, people,
I'm
and
freaking getting
expertise
stuck watching some of
your
this crazy
shop
how they make
moving
stuff.
at full speed. That's Napa know-how.
Could Sexton be any more asleep when the gate dropped? Yeah, no. They just need to tell him to pump the brakes, just get ready for outdoors.
An octopus.
Why risking her if you're just gonna ride like
Came
that?
down to a game in Detroit. I heard the team's plane got in super late the night before. So
I don't
figured I'd
understand
use
it.
my Bet365
But what do I
sign-up
know?
bonus
I'm
to
just
hammer
somebody
the
singing at home.
Did you win?
Well, let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas.
Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets.
The IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship separates itself from other forms of racing with its multiple classes of cars. He's got to run! Racing on track at the same time and different race durations depending on the venue and event.
It's a true test of man and machinery, but it's a group test of people.
There are 2 types of cars racing simultaneously.
Interesting.
Prototypes and GT vehicles.
It's fun, it's challenging. I think that's what it makes it so special.
Can I get a little space to do my set?
Oh, heck yeah. You mind if I work in with you? Nice. Pretty good. 6 out of 10. Can I borrow your rag real quick?
It's covered in my sweat.
That's sick. No problem.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
You can have it. Chocolatey, but it's not overwhelmingly chocolatey, so and it doesn't have that like medical chocolate taste as much.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
All right, next one we got Tomac, Roxon, Prada, Stewart, Hill, Nichols, Wilson, Craig, Smith, and Noreen.
Crowd enjoying a Tennessee afternoon here inside Nissan Stadium. And check this out, while Justin Cooper was enjoying seeing the checkered flag first, Tristan Lane on the 7-11 on the far right-hand side thought he had a shot to get into the top 10 and transfer to the main. Vince Freese had other ideas.
Oh!
You
Take that.
You know, you came in, he's like, I got him. No, I don't. But got to respect it for that last qualifying position. Vince gets it done again.
And Vince Freese ended up getting that all-important 9th and final position, goes straight through to the main. But let's hear from the winner. Here's Justin Cooper with Will.
Got freezed.
Thank you, Lee. And Justin Cooper, congratulations, Justin. You've been spending a lot of time up here on the podium of late, coming off that second there last weekend in St. Louis, and now a heat win. What's the momentum like for you right now? Where's the confidence at?
Yeah, the confidence is just going up, right? So it comes with the starts, though. Been putting in work there, and feel like I'm getting really confident off the gate now, and that
that helps a lot. Everyone's going really fast in this class, and yeah, the track's really tricky today, so we got the midday race. It's hot out there. It's going to be a long main event, but I felt like we had a good flow. We figured the bike out for this afternoon show, and yeah, pumped to see the whole crowd here. Nashville's awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And
He looks stoked.
Congratulations. See you out there in a bit. Justin Cooper sounding very ready here for the main event.
Confidence coming from the start.
Uh-oh.
And here is the AMA and race control looking at this move from Vince Freezy and Tristan Lane. Here it is again.
Yeah, he kind of missed the rut there, so automatically knows the guy in transfer position is going to try to make a move to the outside. I mean, you have to expect that on the second to last corner, the last lap.
Dude, they better not fucking find him.
That's more of a racing move.
Yeah,
there.
I don't think anything happened on that one, but
he rides a wide bike.
He rides a wide one, yep.
Heat 2 of the 450.
Dude, if they find for
Top 9 gets you straight through to the main event. This is round 13 of the 17 round.
not even fine, you just hit him with that.
Championship, all part
It's
of the
crazy.
SMX World Championship, and you're looking at the rider who has won the last 2 main events in succession. The hottest rider in the field at the moment, Ken Roxon.
Prada with the
And he's jammed in right
no,
at the
oh
back.
shit,
He is stuck in
it was Moran's, but then Prada got the start.
Jorge Prado, the Spaniard, gets
Ooh,
away to a
ooh.
brilliant start. Here comes his teammate Eli Tomac, and Malcolm Stewart runs second. Look at Malcolm through the whoops.
Yeah, you want to know which way's faster, blitzing on top of the whoops or jumping through them. That was a fine display of Malcolm Stewart.
Oh, he's going inside.
Line. Jorge Prado jumping through there. What a great start, too, by Malcolm Stewart, number 27 there on that Rockstar Husqvarna.
Yeah, I talked to Malcolm, my brother, earlier today. He feels pretty good. I mean, same thing with Jorge Prada, Eli. They all have been riding pretty good. And then normally, when you get to these dry conditions, the smooth riding styles like a Jorge Prada, the way he gets on the throttle is going to help him out. Maybe the bike.
Ooh, Roxon in the third. Tomac's got down to fourth. Smith in the fifth. Tomac back in the third.
When your brother got his first Premier Class Supercross win, and how that soil was at Tampa Supercross, I feel like this soil was very similar to that
fourth.
slick. I think your brother is very good at using his
Ooh, nice move by Kenny.
to his advantage.
Here's Kenny. Here comes
Oh,
down he goes. Both feet came off the pegs. He almost saved it. And look at the sense of urgency now.
Yeah,
that was a wild little ride.
It'd be nice not hitting Eli, but just him making that move, just that firepower that Ken always possesses in the beginning part of the
Come on,
races.
Mookie. You get past Prada. 0.8.
You see that confidence just growing right now, Ricky.
Yeah, and we talked about this sand and how it's
Oh, he got roosted.
Watch Ken Roxon right here. See, he was indecisive. Well, he wasn't indecisive. He wasn't in the perfect line going through the sand. So he had to pull an audible. He goes to the outside. Just wrong place, wrong time. Eli Tomac is already there. Like James said, he tried his best not to make contact with Eli. Buries the front end. This section is going to be extremely difficult.
There's that sand section already.
Section of the racetrack here later on this afternoon.
Tomac and Mookie are right there on Prada's back tire. 4 minutes left.
Leads Tomac. Then Jordan Smith aboard the factory Triumph. And then Cornelius Tondel on the 417.
Cornelius Tondel.
Close to Ken Roxon there as well. The Norwegian in his first Supercross start here in Monster Energy AMA Supercross racing, and it's an exciting time. But let's talk more about the race leader. Will, take it away.
Lee, we're just watching Jorge Prado just learn throughout these rounds here in Supercross as he learns kind of the craft in itself. They did do some testing this week on the bike, and I said, you know, he seemed very comfortable. Why so? And they said, well,
Malcolm's starting to jump the whoops.
Oh.
Oh.
That's pace is picking up, and the confidence is going in there. We're just having to match the bike to where he is at. But
Ooh, that corner speed going into the sand. Tomac, nasty. Oh, and he's a full second faster than Prada.
Well, James, you talked about it at the top of the show, what you needed to see from Eli Tomac, and as I'm watching right here, he looks like a completely different rider thus far compared to what we saw in the last 3 rounds.
No, I agree, but I also think just maybe that mistake that Kenny made, how that might change the whole dynamic of this race, but maybe in his championship. Because what if you think if he gets around Eli and he gets around these 2 guys, then it's more of the same that's happened in the last couple of weeks. So
Come on, Tomac. Don't let Prada get you. Ooh, mess up.
Birmingham event, etc. There definitely were changes made to the bike, but he told us yesterday afternoon, we've kind of gone back to square one, back to the beginning of the year when it worked so well. I'm feeling better myself. Went back home to Colorado, and this does look like the Eli that we saw earlier in the year. Chasing his teammate down, riding more aggressively.
Yeah, well, he's way more proactive rather than reactive on the motorcycle as far as riding it.
Prado jumps off the track, and that opens up a huge opportunity for his teammate, and Eli Tomac to the lead.
Proactive, he had to be reactive to that. That was a good save by Jorge, not losing their both ends on that bike on that concrete, but that pressure came from Eli, JT.
It did, and really, Eli Tomac has just looked like a different guy all day long. And Lee, you mentioned he went back to basics, went back to older settings. Well, that also includes the scoop tire, which he really has not run in 2026. It's the most aggressive rear tire option available, and they went away from that to start the season with a lot of success. But here he is back in Nashville, round 13, with that option, and really so far it seems to have made a huge difference.
So what JT is talking about as far as the scoop tire goes, it's the tread pattern on that rear tire. It's a bit more open, takes a bigger bite of the dirt. Rarely do you see riders ride it on this style of track. Very hard, very slick. The scoop tire is normally more effective on a sandier track where you need that bite and you need less knobbies.
We asked him yesterday, why are you doing it? He said, because I like it.
Enough said.
Doesn't matter to us of where, in theory, of where it should work. As long as he feels comfortable and it makes that throttle go the right way, that's what you need to have on your motorcycle.
Yeah, and I will say Eli's been really strong through the sand, so, you know, being the whoops, most likely he'll probably end up jumping through here. It's probably going to benefit him, and like you said, he likes it. That's all that matters, and he likes being out front as well.
1 to go for Eli Tomac.
All right, Tomac. That was a good little save by Prada.
For this heat win, that'll be his first since Daytona many rounds ago. And this is it for all of the enormous fan base out there who have been perplexed and confused, and they've been.
It has been very perplexing and confusing what's been going on with Tomac.
Well, here's your man. He's back.
Looks really good.
Yeah, he does.
Shout out to my brother, too. As good as Eli has been, Malcolm's been there, too. After that mistake in the sand, he's been able to kind of close that gap here and there, but a couple corners left. Looks like ET's going to have this thing.
Got a pretty aggressive haircut as well. The no fade on the side. So maybe that's emblematic of the way he feels. Eli Tomac wins Heat 2 and is coming back at the most opportune time of this season when he is tied at the top of the points. Well done, Malcolm Stewart. And Jorge Prado, after that off-track excursion, finishes in the top 3. How about that one, Wee? GT3's back.
Sure looks that way, Will, and Justin Cooper's back as well, getting that whole shot and winning the heat earlier. And he said he's been working on his starts. What does working on it look like? Well, it looks like this tiny piece that the team calls the pill in my hand. And this goes inside the clutch assembly of his motorcycle. It goes right in here. Now, this is the clutch lever that the rider uses to launch the bike off the start. The 2026 Yamaha has a whole new clutch design. It uses hydraulic fluid instead of the old steel cable. And Jay Coop loves the way that feels around the entire racetrack, but he didn't like it off the start. So you enter this piece, which allows him to adjust his leverage to either 15 millimeters or 18. A 3 millimeter difference in the leverage over this lever has completely changed his starts this year, and it seems the finishes as well. So sometimes in the starts, it's not a game of inches, it's a game of 3 millimeters.
Interesting.
And it's working. Good stuff. And so too is Eli Tomac. We're going to hear from him after that much needed boost and that much needed heat win.
Yeah, he definitely needed that.
tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Now I'm watching people cut rocks. What the fuck do I do between the motos?
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
This Junior. Well, at least he spelled insurance right, right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Stupid ass commercial.
Okay, now that you've bundled your boat and RV with your home and auto, you're ready to hit the open road.
Ooh, or set sail on your next adventure.
Tomato, tomato. And because you save time and money, you could just go where the road takes you.
Ooh, nothing but smooth sailing.
Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
Jamie.
Stop.
Okay, looks like we're in ship shape. Yarr, shiver me timbers.
That's an impression of a pirate.
Boat.
Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out here with Sam again, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist
We got KTM
about
Juniors,
Camzyos. With Camzyos,
LCQs.
my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death. A risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be back.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
I kind of got the munchies.
The fans here in Nashville, Tennessee, enjoying Monster Energy AMA Supercross Fan Fest. No matter what age, there is something for everybody. And it's great. The history here in Nashville and Supercross, it's not that long, it's not that deep, but it's great to be back here in Music City. And you can do that as well at Fan Fest, if you like, before the racing action gets underway. So much to see and do. Really cool. I got some friends here who are visiting for the first time, and they took in Fan Fest and enjoyed it. Hey, Will, you've spent plenty of time asking Eli Tomac what's wrong. Now you can ask him what's right.
I'm gonna get some munchies real quick.
Congratulations, Eli. You set up the qualifying this morning. I'm back. And now you're back winning heat races too. An incredible race out there for you. How important is this one to keep that red plate on the front of the bike?
Yeah, I would say I'm back in the groove now. So went out there, improved it, and it's just been feeling like myself, how I should feel. These last couple weekends have been pretty rough on me. I'm fortunate to even have the red plate on my bike right now. So I want to do what I can to keep it. Gonna do like I said, do the best I can. See how this main event goes.
Won't have to wait too long. Thanks so much. We'll see you out there.
That's more like it. That's more like it. Setting up for another exhilarating main event a little later.
Welcome to Freddy's.
Peacock brings the fear to your movie night in. Streaming now. The nightmare follows you home. Die.
Half of this town will be dead by morning.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2, streaming now only on Peacock.
When's the right time to get on the right financial track? With Northwestern Mutual, the right time is right now. Build a life you'll love with a people-first plan from a Northwestern Mutual financial advisor. They can show you better opportunities ahead and help you leave blind spots behind. See how we plan differently at nm.com. Northwestern Mutual, a better way to money.
Okay, wow. The new deck is gorgeous.
I know. It's all decorators.
I love the colors.
Thanks! They have so many to choose from.
Feels sturdy. Reliable.
Yeah, it's durable. It's nice not to worry about any maintenance.
Is the railing new?
Yeah, they're from decorators too.
Stunning.
Thanks, Phil. I'm gonna need more lemonade.
When you build with decorators, the neighbors will notice. Decorators, stand out.
Oh, I should get back to work.
Oh, no, no, no. My ring.
You think you know someone until they make an unexpected leap. It's like finding out E-Trade is running with Morgan Stanley, so you can invest and bank under one roof.
Cars are cool. Rental cars are not cool. Cars can come in all shapes and sizes. Rental cars are mid-sized or similar. Cars are all about the details. Rental cars are also about the details. It's cool when you can pick the exact car you want and pick it up exactly where you want, like here, or even way out here, but never here. No one wants to be here. You want to be here. Turo. Rent a car, not a rental car.
Behind this advisor is the power of Vanguard's institutional quality bond funds, 90% of which have outperformed their peers over the last 10 years. Are you backed by institutional quality bond funds? Vanguard, discipline that delivers.
Waiting for lightning to strike in your career? Don't. Build your own momentum. With SHRM certification, you'll earn more, you'll get promoted faster, and become a true HR leader. It's the investment that helps you show up as the kind of leader people trust and get results. So, stop waiting. This is your sign to act. The best workplaces are led by SHRM certified experts. Get certified today because if it's a work thing, it's a SHRM thing.
SHRM.
It's only the fourth year for Monster Energy AMA Supercross here in Nashville, so that's why these fans are having such a great time. But not only today, how about last night? Jeremy McGrath and friends shut down Broadway. Yes, you heard me right. And they staged another one of his popular Whole Shot King event. Legends of the sport competed surrounded by the bars and the fans. The honky-tonks were packed. Of course, they've all made Nashville famous. And our Jason Wygant was right in the middle of it. This is downtown Nashville.
Dude, the whole shot challenge, the McGrath one on the street was sick.
And these fans are going to get to watch legend of the sport all in a whole shot drag race from there to there. You got the rooftop bars. You got beautiful atmosphere. Supercross mixed with the usual hijinks of Nashville on Broadway Street. What's not to love?
Tedesco, Carmichael, Dungy, McGrath, Cianciarillo, you got Emig.
How fitting it is, the king and the goat in the final, head to head to find out who's the whole shot king.
Oh yeah, it came down to Carmichael and McGrath.
Ricky Carmichael got it, and they're going to a final run of 3. 25 years ago, these two put on some of the best battles in the history of Supercross. And for one night, they're locking horns again. Can Carmichael stave off elimination? And the GOAT is the whole shot king. We are with the Jeremy McGrath, the founder of this event. You almost won your event for the first time. You ended up going down to Carmichael, but honestly, is it still a win?
You're just concentrating on the gate. You're like, man, I haven't done this in a while, but it's supposed to be about laughs and fun and kind of get the old guys out. But when you get that helmet on, you want to throw down. Still haven't won my own event. Stoked for RC, stoked for all the fans, and thank you to all the riders that came out. We'll give it another try next time.
Okay, gonna be bigger and better the next time. Well done, Jeremy McGrath, founder of the event, and ends up second So it was
Eddie is getting bigger and bigger.
Supercross rider ever against the winningest motocross rider ever. You admitted, RC, you were a little nervous.
I was just happy to be able to line up against him. I haven't had this much fun on a motorcycle in a really long time. What he's been able to create is awesome.
Couldn't script it better. The GOAT and the King battle in the finals. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Well, in addition to saying congratulations to our good mate, James and I were tired of hearing him whinge about Daytona. He's saying, oh, my clutch wasn't right. I'm on a stock bike. They're on race bikes. So last night before we left here in rehearsals, we both said to him, well, you better go and win tonight. So he did. Well done, mate.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate it. It was an incredible time. It really was. What Monster Energy and, of course, Jeremy McGrath has been able to put together the whole Shot King challenge. I mean, just so much fun. And MC hit the nail on the head. It's supposed to be about laughs, but make no mistake, when it came down to him and I for this win last night, I had some butterflies in my stomach.
We saw you were all quiet yesterday during rehearsal, yawning, calm before the storm. You went out there and got it done.
That's right.
I like the style, feet hanging out.
You were leaning forward.
Whatever you talk about all this technique and start. Mine definitely isn't pretty, but it got the job done.
Now that was the official trophy. This was very generously donated by a fan.
It was.
Will we see this on your Instagram account or something?
Of course you will. Of course you will. That just shows you the fans we have in SMX. And
A kid made that.
Monster Energy Supercross, the best in the business, an incredible opportunity for our sport, for the fans to see that.
Before we go to break, can we get a commitment from you? Will we see you there?
I mean, I don't think I have a choice. I have to get out there. I had too many of those days dealing with him. Dealing with a couple more. Yeah.
And again, congrats to Jeremy for what he's created. It is so enormously popular and giving the fans.
All right, we got 12 minutes until 250 LCQ, so
Here in Nashville.
do what you gotta do.
Stasic electric balance bikes are building the foundation for the next generation of motocross champions. Want to secure a new Stasic for you and your little ripper? Well, scan the QR code and send in your video. Check out 4-year-old Landon Ruton from Corona, California. He's putting in the work on his 16E drive, learning his lines, building his speed, and developing the skills that make champions. Get your rider started at Stasic.com. Stasic, a decade of innovation, a generation of riders.
At Napa, we know that the right undercar solutions can stop safety issues before they start, go further with complete repairs, and grow your business. From brakes to suspension and chassis parts, keep undercar under control with Napa.
So I hammer the rudder and we go perpendicular.
Mark that a win.
That's nothing. I took the heavy dog at plus money. They went vertical out of the gate. Then they got outmaneuvered. Blew the lead.
Tower, we got a loser on our sides.
Uh-oh.
Negative Tower, his win is a go. With Bet365's early payout, I won the second they went up big.
Get paid out early with Bet365.
With up to 581 miles per tank, you can go forever. The Subaru Forester
Oh shit! I didn't catch Dean Wilson.
Get as low as
I forgot.
1.9% APR financing on a new Subaru Hybrid.
Girls, your hat tricks meals.
Bobby, shh. Okay, coast is clear. Ooh, gimme. I know the chicken fries and nuggets.
With 2 sauces.
And photo cards for the fans.
Nice.
My little soda pop.
Zoe, pick our meal.
No fizz. All go. Flat out refreshing. Celsius. Live fit go.
One zip. So they're all on your team? Yeah, they're my financial plan. Huh? Who Thrivent helps me plan my finances for? Like my church, the children's hospital, and my son's college fund. And we're redoing the basement.
Plan your finances for the people, causes, and communities you love with Thrivent, where money means more.
Golf Galaxy is the place for players obsessed with the game. That's why we've got the latest apparel, shoes, accessories, and hats, so you can focus on your swing, because you already know you look good. Get ready for launch at Golf Galaxy.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Sorry, folks, no whales today.
The whale's canceled?
If these were Southwest whales, they would be right on schedule. Just saying.
The whale's canceled.
Is that like a see-through cake? What the hell? What is happening? Oh, I think the...
Welcome to the U.S. Bank NBC Sports Report.
I don't know what I'm watching.
For the first time in the 25 years of Supercross, the sport travels to the historic Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Jeremy McGrath. He not only wins the race, he wins his third consecutive Supercross title.
Not only did Jeremy win his third title, he also tied Ricky Johnson then for 8 wins. And we're heading back to Cleveland. A lot of excitement in that statement. Yeah, we'll see you next weekend. Cleveland Gate Drop. It's a triple crown, by the way. Network Television and Peacock, 3 p.m. Eastern next weekend. The SMX Insider Post-Race Show brought to you by Bass Pro Shop. There's an encore presentation as well. Can't wait to see all you race fans in Ohio. SMX World Championship to your state. And by the way, there's a watch party going on
Cleveland.
right now.
Does Cleveland be a mutter?
This is a bar on the water owned by Machine Gun Kelly and Ken Roxon. Pretty cool stuff. Hope everybody there
I did not.
is having a fun time watching us here in Nashville. And look, speaking of Ken Roxon, by all measures, the German-born rider has had a Hall of Fame career. The 31-year-old is in 11th all-time in Supercross wins and a 2-time Pro Motocross champ. A year ago, Ken fulfilled a dream and became a U.S. citizen. He really is living the American dream with his wife and 2 kids and a new, happier approach to the sport that has him in contention for his first Supercross championship.
So today
Yeah.
we are 30 minutes from my place in Ocoee.
Roxon and MGK owning a bar together was not on my bingo card.
We have a pump track that I've been coming to with the kids. Helmet on first. Here, let's get the bikes over here. They have a lot of fun, but so does Dad. And he gets a little bit of cross training in, so.
It's been the joke for a while about Kickstart, Kenny. Forget that. It's comeback, Kenny. Roxon does it again.
My mindset had never really changed. You know, whether I was 30 points down or if I was 10 points down, I had a belief in me that it is not done. And I just proved that things can happen and you can close it back up. And pump. And pump. There you go.
Yeah, this is my first time I've been allowed to come. The boys always tell me, you can't come, just Daddy.
Oh, slow down. Hit your brakes. Ah! Holy smokes, I've never seen him gas it right here so bad. Lean into the berm. Yeah, there you
Camera's
go.
got him acting different.
Come on, let's go. You haven't ridden a lap the other way. Let's go right backwards. What are you doing? Whoa. Oh. Yeah, you're okay. I'm coming. You're okay, dude. Come on. It'll buff out. I am truly enjoying being in the, I guess if you want to call it pressure cooker. Hey, Griff, let's try and go the other way. It's an amazing feeling, and I'm just stoked to be in that hunt. I was just saying, as Griff talking to the chicks, just like Daddy is. Yeah, just thankful to be in this position. And like I said, if it goes south, so be it. You know, I really have. Because realistically, I've been.
Man, I'm low-key hoping he wins the title.
Any kind of championship talk over the years, I never thought I would be able to again, and had a shot at a championship.
It's an incredible proof to himself that he can put himself into that position again, and it's like, there is nothing to lose because you've already gained so much.
Whether I win this championship or not, I guess I'm satisfied either way, but that sure doesn't mean that I'm going to try any less.
This story has been a pleasant surprise within this 2026 Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship season. Ken Roxon, the return to the top, back-to-back wins for the first time in 5 years and in contention for this championship.
This has been the U.S. Bank NBC Sports Report.
into your local Acura dealer for the Spring Into Performance event going on now.
With BetMGM, any moment on the field can turn into winnings. From towering home runs to game-changing plays, BetMGM keeps you locked into the action with real-time stats and big-time betting options. Cash in on your winning picks with bets you can't find anywhere else. Don't miss a single play with real-time stats, because with BetMGM, any play can be your shot at victory. BetMGM, the sports book where we know how to treat you right.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to help make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, "You gotta try this place," kind of thing.
All right.
Hank makes the pizza.
Hey, how you doing?
Copilot.
Oh, that
handles
gotta
the
be fake.
spreadsheets.
I'm over here laughing at something that's fake. God damn, I hate freaking these scripted videos. I thought it was real.
That's something, little man. You good, little man?
Don't call me little man. You flinched. You good, man?
Yeah, man.
4 parks, 1 vacation
You good, little man?
that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Cut! Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract,
Got
or
a
genital
couple more minutes till the
infection,
LCQs.
blood sugar.
We got any
Stop
big
taking
names in the
it. Tell your doctor
250?
right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling,
You know what?
breathing, or
I don't know if
swelling.
anybody's
Tell your doctor about
familiar with Aiden Shive.
fever, pain,
Did he get signed to a team?
swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk
I'm
for
actually gonna look that
loss.
up.
Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Action! Baseball is back on NBC and Peacock.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What an afternoon here in Nashville. The track has been challenging, and with that, it's time for the Yamaha track map. RC, take us away.
Yeah, there you go. An interesting track here at Nissan Stadium, Nashville, Tennessee. I love it. Very hard packed. Contrast is unbelievable compared to last week in St. Louis. This race conditions report is brought to you by 511.
Cause I could have sworn I seen him racing a Yamaha on one of the showdowns.
Yeah, thanks, Ricky. And the whoops have been such a big story over the last few weeks, but it's a little bit different. Yes, they'll be impactful, but both Detroit and St. Louis, they were really soft, really rutted, which changed the race narrative. Today, they're really hard and really slippery. And I'm going to show you the face of this whoop. It's getting cupped out, which is going to disallow riders from blitzing across the top as well. They're going to get more wheel spin, which is going to slow them down. So think about guys like Justin Cooper, guys like Seth Hammaker. They may be able to steal away the advantage of those guys that have been blitzing so well, and maybe it changes the result in the main event.
Ah, good stuff, JT. Hey, scan the QR code to learn how 511 and Supercross challenge possible.
Almost time for the 250 last chance qualifier. Now, with thanks to Rocky Mountain ATV,
Vince Freeze should be the highest paid privateer in the sport. His sponsors get to get so much exposure with how much time the broadcast spans on his shenanigans.
ATV has selected Landon Harms. He gets $1,000, and if he makes it to the top 4 in the main event, he gets a bonus $1,000.
Ooh, somebody down.
Carnage in the first corner.
Wasn't too bad, but somebody down.
Great start on that 511.
If you don't normally turn into Monster Energy Supercross and SMX World Championship, these last chance qualifiers can be wild. Why? Because this is the last opportunity that these riders will have an opportunity to make it to the main event later on this afternoon. Only top 4 transfer, and it is game on.
And the Rocky Mountain ATV Privateer recipient, Landon Hartz, leads the way. Can he get that bonus grand?
He made some great passes.
See, he was on a gizmo.
That start, and he got a good run through the whoops. He wants that money.
In St. Louis.
He too is a graduate of the SMX Next program, giving talented youngsters a chance, a platform, an arena to excel, and then you jump up to the pro ranks. Marcus Phelps, who narrowly missed out on going straight through to the main event, trying to make the first main this year. He runs second.
Track is normally pretty good at this stage of the afternoon. Why? Because the SMX track crew, they get an opportunity in a quick intermission to touch up some of the problem sections that have deteriorated. The ruts have gotten super deep. They go and give it a little love.
Okay, yeah, so Gizmo's, his uncle got hurt. Who was his mechanic, trainer, and truck driver. So not being able to race without his uncle, Gizmo team stepped in and his sponsors to give him that ride for the final 3 of the West Coast rounds from St. Louis.
It's actually going to make it a lot easier for the guys. Just be more consistent. You'll know it's just dry out there.
That was a lucky escape. He is trying to make his first career main event. So that's why he's going for it. As hard as he is, it's all on the line here. He's in that all-important 4th and final position.
Well, it is. He's in that important position, but then he's got Ryder Floyd, the 296 on that red Yamaha all behind him. So he has no time to spare. So he's got to send it.
Red Yamaha.
Yeah, he's in the qualifying position, but he's also in the position to get the business by Ryder Floyd. That's a scary
Did he just say red Yamaha?
Final transfer spot. Well, it is because you're trying to push forward, but at the same time, you have to be defensive also for the rider behind you.
Meanwhile, Landon Hart's on that EBR Performance Yamaha out in front, and healthily so. He's got a 3-second lead. He really wants that bonus money, thanks to RMA TV. Marcus Phelps, the South African, headed for his first
Michael Phelps
of the season. And then you get into Kessler and Malcolm here in the pressure zone.
Yeah, I expect some passes to come in this corner right here, especially towards the end, because they have to open it up to get a run for this next rhythm section.
Come on, Malcolm.
Leave that door open, somebody's going to kind of take it.
Let's not discount the 90 of John Short either. Look at John in the background there.
He went down.
And he's certainly within
Or did he get past?
Tell us more about Short, JT.
Well, the Texan here, he's in a tough position. You know, he needs to make up 2 spots here, but the guys in front of him have to work on moving forward. I think that Carter Malcolm and Jace Kessler kind of did a disservice to themselves battling in qualifying position, because that drew Ryder Floyd up to the rear as you see Floyd trying to make a move for that spot.
Goes for the inside, pushes his way through.
Yeah, but this is one of those opportunities, James, you know this as well. Short makes a mistake there, but this is when you can kind of get, like you talk, a BOGO, 2 for 1. The guy's racing for transfer
Come on, Malcolm.
spot. Sometimes they tangle up, and the guy in 5th or 6th will make the move into transfer. Yeah, no, I completely agree. As long as these guys are battling in front of you, John can sit back for a little bit, but at some point he's going to have to try to make that pass because he's running out of laps. As you can see, Floyd's starting to get away. He's got to try to make this move.
John Short has a quick look on the inside. Not quite close enough. Can Carter Malcolm come back?
Man, it's saying really eat these guys.
0.9 seconds.
He qualified 33rd today. Trying to make his first main event, and he's agonizingly just 1 position away from it. The pace that Ryder Floyd has, it's going to be difficult over these closing 10 seconds plus a lap.
Yeah, at this point, Carter's going to hope for a mistake from here. It seems like Ryder has a little bit better through the whoop section, so he's losing that time there, but he's closing up on the rest of part of the track. Right, I mean, I think, too, some of the key areas where you have an opportunity to capitalize on a mistake would be in this sand section coming up and these whoop sections.
Yeah, he's losing him.
Are a very difficult part of the racetrack, so those are opportunities that can present themselves.
Been a good ride by the 5'11" of Jace Kessler as well. He was right there vying for the whole shot right alongside Marcus Phelps, and then has been solidly in that position as they're on their way home now.
Man, Ryder Floyd there, 296 red Yamaha. He's got a fine little cushion there between himself and Carter Malcolm, 2 seconds. It's a pretty good gap with only 1 lap to go in Supercross. Yep. What a ride by Landon Hart.
0.9 again. 0.3. Come on, Malcolm.
Great posture through the whoops. Nice drive.
Final lap. Can you do it?
A privateer, an extra $2 grand.
Oh, it's massive.
That means a lot.
0.8.
For tires, for
0.5.
fuel, for transportation, for accommodation, for everything and anything.
What a ride.
I don't think he gets it.
Here it is. Well done, Landon Hartz. Gets the win, goes through the main, gets the bonus money. Hey,
He got close. He got his back tire.
It's close. And unfortunately, Carter Malcolm misses out by 1 spot. He was so close. Well done, Marcus Phelps, Chase Kessler, Ryder Floyd. They're the other 3 who go through to the 250 main, where you will see the championship leader and championship favorite, Cole Davies. There he is. The teenage sensation, ready to go.
His dad got to be tired.
For the last 60 years. Phones are smarter.
Because when you fly from Australia to America, okay, when you go to Australia, you go like what, day ahead? So like, if you fly to Australia on a Tuesday, you land on a.
Your next vehicle. Chapman Automotive, making it easy since 1966.
How does it go?
Now with more than 20 locations statewide.
A long history of being the SUV
You miss a day if you fly like to there, but then if you fly from Australia to America, you gain a day, an extra day, something like that.
The last 10 years, still on the road today. The 2026 Subaru Forester.
And he's doing that
begins with trust.
all the East Coast rounds.
Great offer. Plus
Probably gonna do it outdoor rounds too.
at Tucson Subaru, Arizona's
Well, maybe not all of them.
Subaru dealership.
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
This Junior. Well, at least he spelled insurance right, right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All right, we got Harlan, Harrison, Lane, Noreen, Thompson, Morans, A-Rod, Williams, Carnell, and Meshi.
There's an overflow
Coming
lot
up.
somewhere in the vicinity. Is that right?
Cartwright as well.
They go to the auxiliary. He said if the garage is full, they'd go to the overflow lot.
I heard him. I was right here. Let's just stand quietly.
I bet you guys have driven some great cars, huh?
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with
I
us.
think you might have brought the wrong car. We had the red convertible.
Hurry into your local Acura dealer for the Spring Into Performance event going on now.
Come on. Let's start going through withdrawals when there's no racing. It's
Monster Energy SMX World Championship is brought to you by Monster Energy. In between the 250 and 450 LCQ, let's get an update from Jason Wygant. What you got, Weege?
uh-oh.
Well, thanks, Liam, at Dunlop, who provides the tires to most of the top race teams out here. Earlier in the show, we were talking about the scoop tire that Eli Tomac used to win his heat race. This is the scoop tire here. You can see this pattern is built like a shovel or a scoop. This tire primarily engineered for sand and mud, really soft conditions. This tire here is the traditional knobby tire. This is what a stock motorcycle would come with. Now, the problem is this is a very hard track, so most people would think this scoop can't work. But Tomac says the dirt he rides at his track at home in Colorado is even harder than this. He loves it.
And it's working.
Well, and it's what you're comfortable with.
Ready to go, 450, last chance qualifier. Cole Thompson on the 66 has been selected by Rocky Mountain.
Cole Thompson getting that thou wow. Somebody fucking went rolling right there.
And got caught up, 2 riders.
That's Tondel in the lead. Great start. Whoa! Gets a little sideways and the whoops. Oh, this is going to get dicey, boys.
Yeah, especially early because everybody packs up when you get in this sand section.
Where's Carnal? Carnal, 15th.
Got another one. Couple guys going down. Didn't know they was bringing the beach to Nashville.
So Cornelius Tondel, the Norwegian rider on the ISRT, the International Supercross Racing Team Kawasaki, first Supercross race here in the States. And talking to Bubba Pauly from the team yesterday, he was telling us, look, this is kind of like a seek and see how it works out. He was meant to be at earlier rounds, got injured earlier in the season. We're going to see him at pro motocross races. But, hey, so far so good. He had a decent heat. He's been pushed here into the LCQ, but leads the way at the moment over Freddie Norris.
So this is his very first American race, and he might qualify in, do an LCQ.
Get that experience, not only for the Pro Motocross Championship,
Or he might win the LCQ. Got 4 minutes, and Noreen's right on him, but that's good.
In Monster Energy AMA Supercross action.
Truly a world event.
That's right.
JT, tell us more.
I love the point you make there. I don't know that we've ever had that dynamic before at Monster Energy Supercross League, but yes, for Tondel, he's no stranger to this SMX series. He raced some pro motocross races last year with the help of Honda HRC.
Oh, this for Supercross in?
But this Supercross thing is a completely different dynamic, and you think if he can qualify here in the main event, get a few points, then have a great pro motocross season, he could find his way into the Super Motocross World Championship playoffs this September.
All right, the 2 legends of the sport. What do you make of his riding style? How's he doing on Supercross?
I mean, I thought he's riding pretty well. Like, he's not over-riding the motorcycle. I mean, he's getting a lot of pressure right there.
Hey, they're from the same area, Sweden and Norway. I didn't realize that.
Not pushing it too much and really riding his race.
And that could be,
No, I agree with you, and I think this
what do you
track,
call that?
how slippery
A role
it is,
model.
He makes the pass back, and then gets passed right back. Riding in that way is going to help you. They got a pretty good distance between 3rd place, so I wouldn't play around too much, but I agree with you. He looks good.
Freddie Norris takes the lead back and extends his advantage narrowly. So Kevin Moranz sits 3rd. You're seeing Kevin right there, bottom screen. Awesome drone shot. Seeing Kevin leap his way closer and closer to Tondel. And then in 4th is Zach Williams at the moment, ahead of Tristan Lane. Remember, Tristan had that awkward moment with Vince Freezy. Race control said no further action was to be taken.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
And we'll see if Tristan can get his way up into the top 4 and a transfer position.
Well, I got to tell you, the number 78 of Kevin Moranz in the 3rd position on that orange KTM. You want to talk about like an entrepreneur. He's got his own race team. He has his friend, Grant Harlan, who is his teammate, but it's pretty incredible what he's been able to do, JT.
Will?
Or Will, sorry.
Yeah, so just a quick question for you guys. I had a chance to chat to a bunch of these guys as they were lining up here for this LCQ, asking them about how they handle, and the team handles.
I'm sorry. Why he apologize like that?
Less data to hand, less equipment to hand. How they handle jumping from this very, very soft dirt of St. Louis last weekend to then, surprisingly, perhaps hard pack of this weekend. And all of them unanimously said to me, well, that's on us. We can't change anything anyway, so we have to adjust. Maybe this question should go to JT, but just the tough world that they live in when they just can't make the changes that the factory teams can.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult for these guys, but at the same time, we just went to the moon yesterday, so we just got back in here. It's a life perspective, some huge accomplishments out here. These guys know what they do. When they get out here racing, they'll figure it out, and so far, so good.
Don't take your eyes off that 7-Eleven. That's Tristan Lane. Tristan's been making some pretty savvy moves to work his way up into 3rd place behind Kevin Moranz. And now Cornelius Tondel will have to keep an eye on Zach Williams because Zach's right there for that all.
Yeah, I like how they do that 1,000 for different.
Tondel comes up hard.
Oh,
Way short.
Yeah.
and they like it just like that.
Up so short, it's like he just overjumped the double part of it. Let's see if he can regroup.
9th place.
One thing about these LCQs, the battle continues. It always continues to come. Even if you're in 5th, there's more people, JT.
I just wanted to add a little bit about that privateer. Neither of you are really privateers. You're far too good for that. But I lived this life for a long time, and there's a simplicity in it because you simply don't have things to change to. You don't have the adjustment possibilities that the factory teams have. So you just deal with what you have. You worry about your riding, and you deal with the things that you can control, and then you just go out and race your motorcycle. So is it a limiting factor? Sure. But is it also a little bit of peace of mind because you don't have to worry about what you can't control? Sure.
Absolutely. I mean, that's in everyday life as well. No matter what trade you might be in, simplicity is bliss.
Damn,
at
bummer
the
for
time.
Tondel.
Hey, sometimes I like the old run what you brung motto, like you talking, JT.
So here's Freddie Noren on his way home, final lap, ahead of Kevin Moran's Tristan Lane, and Zach Williams on the verge of making his first ever 450 main event in Monster Energy.
Now you're starting to the whoops are hard packed, but you're starting to see little ruts in them.
Absolute concrete, and as this sun has been baking, this track is way harder and drier than it was when we started these heat races earlier.
Ooh, it's gonna be a gnarly main event.
Freddie Noren, well done. That's his 6th career last chance qualifier win. And Zach Williams goes to his first 450 main. That is a super special moment here in Nashville. And well done, Kevin Morans and Tristan Lane.
This is a pinnacle of the sport.
Hey, there's our special guest.
Here we go.
The one and only Chick Lawrence. He's going to come up to the booth. He'll be with us for the 250 main. That's coming up shortly.
At Napa, we know how to keep undercar under control. That's why our solutions are driven by 3 steps. Stop, go, grow. Stop safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that prevent costly comebacks. Then grow your business behind the parts, people, and expertise that keep your shop moving at full speed.
Main event time.
Napa
250 coming up.
So I hammer the rudder and we go perpendicular.
Mark that a win.
That's nothing. I took the heavy dog at plus money. They went vertical out of the gate. Then they got outmaneuvered. Blew the lead.
Tower, we got a loser on our sides.
Negative Tower, his win is a go. With Bet365's early payout, I won the second they went up big.
Get paid out early with Bet365.
Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out here with Sam again, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be back.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
Girls, your hot chicks meals!
Bobby! Shh. Okay, coast is clear. Ooh, gimme. Ramyun McShaker fries and 10-piece McNuggets.
With 2 sauces.
And photo cards for the fans.
Nice.
My little soda pop.
Zoe, pick our meal.
With up to 581 miles per tank, you can go forever. The Subaru Forester Hybrid. Dog tested, dog approved.
Get as low as 1.9% APR financing on a new Subaru Hybrid.
got into it in the mid-'80s, started going to the Pontiac Silverdome all the time, had a blast. Used to take my wife a lot until Samantha was born. And then it's kind of been our thing the last 5-6 years. It's very special. I mean, your kids grow up so fast, and to be able to spend the day even.
I remember him always cheering for Ricky Carmichael. My mom and I are always Chad Reed, Chad Reed.
It was a wild race. I always loved racing here in Michigan.
Guy was unstoppable. He's the GOAT for a reason. His riding style, his mentality, everything about it. Where's the GOAT, Sam?
Hi, Ricky. I'm Sam. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Sam. Ricky Carmichael. Very good to meet you.
Very glad that you know.
Ricky Carmichael.
I go up to my TV rehearsal, but would you guys like to come with me? I always say it's the best seat in the house.
Right, as they say, where the magic happens. Hey, Diffie, how you doing?
This is what we would look like on
We might
camera.
break this thing, Ricky. I never thought I'd see this on a screen in my life.
There you go. Who do you think's going to win tonight?
Mine. You got to speak in an Aussie accent.
Okay.
Good day, Sam.
Hello, Dad.
I'm still kind of in shock, to be honest with you, man, a little bit. Don't know how it happened, but I'm thankful for it. Oh, my.
Having to be able to spend it with my dad and have his favorite person is just crazy. And I know that our whole ride home we're going to be talking about it.
Oh, for real.
That was very cool. Really nice to meet those folks and make her dad's dream.
They were great.
Come true.
Fantastic.
Hey, we need to remind you about 3 very special rounds as part of the SMX World Championship. These are the playoff rounds. First up, Columbus, Ohio, September 12, September 19 in Los Angeles, and then September 26 at something altogether different, Thunder Ridge Nature Arena in Ridgedale, Missouri for the World Championship Final.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Main event time. The fuck?
Yes, Bradley Gilbert is the Grand Marshal for Monster Energy Supercross, the man with 7 #1 country music hits, and I think maybe some more yet to come. But you're a big SMX guy. You ride, you're good buddies with the champion Cooper Webb. You love this.
Absolutely, man. It's a great environment, too. A lot of times, tell Coop, we always miss y'all because when y'all are racing, we're playing.
Yes.
But it's good to have a couple weekends off where I can come check him out, watch him race, and just be in this environment, man. It's contagious.
How did you and Cooper Webb hit it off? What do you have in common, even though you do 2 totally different things?
Man, it was super organic and easy, dude. He's all about God, family, and country, and loves what he does for a living. And, man, it just kind of happened easy, man. Think the world of that dude.
And he brought you some motorcycles. You got to ride yesterday on this track. He rode at your house. You love riding yourself.
Absolutely. I've been riding cruisers since I was 15, so this is a little bit different. These guys, they have some nuts and bolts missing out here, but it's a lot of fun, man. It's been a great couple days, and he came down to the house and taught my boy how to ride. I mean, who better to teach your kid than the world champion? You know what I mean? So just knowing that he's a world champion and that he's still just a solid freaking human and a great man, I'm proud to know him, man. Proud to call him a friend.
That's pretty cool. Brantley Gilbert got a new song out, got a new album coming this summer, but it's good to see him hanging out with the SMX folks for the weekend.
And it was great to see him riding around earlier in opening ceremony. All right, 450 highlights. Let's kick it off with the opening heat. And how about this? Justin Cooper, what a start and what a ride.
Yeah, well, obviously they've been working on that. Our reporter Jason Wagon talked about that in between the break. Justin Cooper, don't be a stranger. He might be up here. We know he's got a podium. Might be for a win today. He can get another one like that.
Back-to-back heat wins in successive weeks, RC, for the second heat. And Jorge Prado got a flyer, so too Malcolm Stewart.
Yeah, Malcolm showing some good fight there early. Prado, no surprise for him, getting the whole shot. But check this out. Ken Roxon is going to have a little mishap early on, getting by Eli Tomac briefly, but then goes down. I feel like he was trying to avoid Eli there, and he'll drop it. He'll come back to fourth, I believe, but check this off-track excursion by Jorge Prado. Eli Tomac looks like he's back to the form that we saw earlier this season. Guy is absolutely bringing it in a time of need. he makes it happen.
Did you hear that collective sigh? That was the Eli Tomac fans all around the world saying, maybe our guy is back. So Eli wins, was the fastest qualifier, and then Justin Cooper, Eli Tomac, and you just saw Freddie Noren win the LCQ. Time for 250 highlights to get you up to speed, and nobody will be surprised to see Cole Davies out in front.
Yeah, we've been talking about him for the last few weekends. I mean, the guy's riding style, getting through these whoops, everything looks like it's on point. This track, so far, Cole looks pretty good. But there was another guy, he's fighting the championship, that looked good as well, Lee.
Well, two right here, and the number 10 of Seth Hammaker riding really well, but it's go time for him, I believe. They only have a couple more rounds left in this 250 division here, and he's going to have a little bit more urgency, but with that comes risk. He showed some good composure here in this heat race, and I think he might have what it takes to have his best challenge towards Cole here coming up main event time in just a short few moments.
That was super important for him to make that, bridge that gap, make that pass, and get that win. Not only did Hammaker set the fastest qualifying time, he wins his heat. Cole Davies, top 2 in the championship, doing what they needed to do. And Landon Hartz gets that bonus money. Now, speaking about winning, here's a guy who knows a thing or two about winning. He's won everything there is to win. We say a huge welcome to Jet Lawrence. Great to see you, mate. Great to see you at the track. We know that you've been rehabbing hard, recovering well. We haven't seen you ride Supercross all season. How are you physically?
We're doing better. It's been a kind of a slow process. It hasn't been as easy as the ACL for sure, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We kind of just started riding a little bit on flat. It's honestly been helping a lot with the vibration from the bike. It's kind of broke up the scar tissue in it that the hands can't really get to, you know. So it's a slow process. It's pissing me off because I just want to get back to normal, but and I'm missing racing a lot. But we're getting back slowly, bit by bit.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure you want to be here, but it has to be good to see older brother doing his thing out here. He's been riding really good all year. I mean, what do you think?
Honestly, he has been keeping me going for like absolutely insane. Okay, the first couple of rounds when he had like 4 seconds in a row, it was kind of ticking me in the wrong way. But once he got that first win, and from there on, he's been riding really unreal. They've been making some great progress with the bike. So. Honestly, I've been really happy with him. He's been keeping me going from completely insane. So it's been good. It's been good.
All right, well, let me ask you this. Any surprises that you've seen this year in Supercross with the 450 side?
Any surprises?
Putting you on the hot seat here.
I don't know. Like, I mean, God, everyone's riding so well. Like, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, Kenny's doing really, really well. His race last weekend was incredible. Like, he's so good in those conditions.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I heard he said he doesn't like them conditions. But I mean, I've raced him in Indianapolis with that, and he very rarely makes a mistake, you know. He's so good at being light. But he's been riding great. Obviously, Eli, Hunter, Cooper. Honestly, I think the biggest surprise to me, honestly, is I thought Cooper would have had some more wins by now. You know, I put Cooper up there a lot. Right. Obviously, he's a friend of mine. I look at him and I see him as a friend and just a legend of our sport. And I just thought we would have got more wins by now. But I mean, he's still riding great this year, and everyone's just riding really, really well. So I think it's honestly way more harder to get a win this year.
Really quickly to bring everybody up to speed, last year Jet had knee surgery, came back, defended his SMX World Championship. Pre-season here, he had an ankle injury and has been rehabbing. Are you still on target to come back for round 1 of Pro Motocross? I
would say yes. It's just like a lot of the injuries I'm having are new injuries, so I have no experience in these like fields, you know. So I'm hoping it's this, but you never know. Okay. You know, a talus bone is very kind of finicky. It doesn't get a lot of blood flow, so it's just kind of a slow process, and we're just taking it week by week, you know, on how I'm feeling.
Well, we're going to put you to work. If you'll stick around, we need you to call this 250 main event.
Yeah, I need to work on my English speaking already. My interviews are terrible.
All right, Jet Lawrence is going to hang with us. 250 main coming up here in Nashville. A lot on the line. Can Seth Hammaker.
All right, 6 minutes until gate drop.
Freight train.
Now it's time to
your minds.
Oh, God. Lindy.
I'm impressed.
It's just like, wow. How wonderful. I am
Amazed! Killed it!
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
This Junior.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right, right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hurry into your local Acura dealer for the Spring Into Performance event going on now.
There's nothing like having a place to land with the largest global airport lounge network, enjoying dining benefits at over 10,000 Resi restaurants, and unique experiences worldwide. For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. There's nothing like Platinum.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. I'm other GLP-1s for type 2 diabetes.
And this is GLP-1 trivia. Name the only GLP-1 for type 2 diabetes that is FDA approved to lower the risk of worsening chronic kidney disease and major cardiovascular events like stroke, heart attack, or death.
That's easy. It's Ozempic.
That's right!
Oh, honey! Oh, daughter, son! Hello, mother. I did it!
Well played. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck or any of these allergic reactions. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be. Serious side effects may include inflamed pancreas, gallbladder, or severe stomach problems, or changes in vision. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Taking with a sulfonylurea or insulin may raise low blood sugar risk. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, constipation. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
There's only one Ozempic.
All right, now we're getting to the business end of the afternoon here in Nashville. Welcome back, Lee Diffie, James Stewart, Ricky Carmichael, special guest Jet Lawrence here in the booth. It's time to go around the berm before the 250 main.
Round the berm, here we go.
Yeah, it's go time for this guy, Seth Hammaker.
Seth Hammaker does need to do something.
Davies. He's got 1 win and 5 podiums this year. He talked about it. He's got to beat Cole, whether it's with the win or however it shakes out here in a few moments. If he wants this championship, it starts right now.
And you got Cole Davies. The guy's been on fire. I mean, so far this year, he's been winning all that. Started the season off a little slow. Didn't have the stars nailed, but the last weekend, he's got his first hole shot. See if he can get another one here today. Cole Davies has been on fire. See if he can make it happen.
Well, Nate Thrasher did not get off to the start of the season that he wanted, really not even close, but this is an opportunity to turn it around. He can catch fire here down the stretch, win his home race. Nobody will be talking about that opening round, and he'll be looking good going into Pro Motocross.
Monster Energy Pro Circuit, Kawasaki's Drew Adams is back in the gate, coming back from a broken thumb injury. This was 4 weeks ago in Daytona. Everything was looking great on the day. Fastest qualifier, won his heat, and then in the main, a big crash that has set him back. He's now 5 weeks out of surgery and looking good early in the day.
The 3 guys sitting with me in the booth know all about being a teenage sensation and riding in the professional class.
Landon Gordon.
How about 19-year-old from Florida, Landon Gordon? He got the call up. Here he is, pro debut, first main event. Jet, what's this like?
I can tell that he's very, very nervous. I feel like, not can tell, but I would be very nervous for the first pro race for sure.
There is a little timing challenge.
I could tell he's nervous. Don't even fucking know the dude. Like, I'm a jet hater, so I'm gonna be talking kind of shit.
Drop the gate for the 250 main.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Jimmy likes two things, refrigeration and people. When his boss can't get to the big meeting, he asks Jimmy to fill in. But Jimmy has his hands full. So he just asks Copilot in Microsoft Outlook to catch him up. Copilot digs through Jimmy's crowded inbox and files and tells him what he needs to know. Now Jimmy's up to speed, and his boss is taking notice. Jimmy's good with people. Copilot's good with details.
Introducing the Jalapeno Ranch Club. I need a little ranch, step to the ranch. Spicy, grilled, original, all ranched up. Candied bacon, a buttermilk ranch bun, pickled jalapenos, and pepper jack cheese with a kick. Available for a limited time. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
It's Pod's biggest sale of the year. Save up to 30% on moving and storage until May 18th. And see why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 30% at pods.com.
Sorry, folks, no whales today.
The whale's canceled?
If these were Southwest whales, they would be right on schedule. Just saying.
The whale's canceled.
I heard.
The start of the 250 East Division main event here in Nashville, Tennessee. And it's a very special place, Tennessee, when you think about, we're talking about Landon Gordon making his pro debut, going from the amateurs to the pros, and an integral part in that journey is just 70 miles from where we are, and the famed Loretta Lynn's. And Stu, Ricky, you know this so well. It's been such a big part of your life, and it's such a, as I said, an integral step in the path from amateur to pros.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, I think it's changing a little bit now. I mean, it's still very, very important for a lot of these guys, but access to be able to race here, you know, during our days, it was Loretta Lynn's, and it still is. And even with Jet here, first time I ever seen him ride was at Loretta Lynn's. Going for it, man.
It's a while ago.
Yeah.
It feels like a while ago. Yeah, it was fun. I remember I was so excited for that because as like any amateur little kid who rides dirt bikes has heard of Loretta Lynn's.
Yep.
It's the biggest amateur race I feel like around the world besides the World Championship for amateurs. And I was looking forward to it, and I had a pretty good showing. I think my worst finish was a 3rd, but I had a DNF also. So that would be my worst, but I left with no title, so I'm a bit bummed. I might have to go back and try and get a vet one, but to get a Loretta Lynn's title, because I've gotten everything else except for that. So,
Ricky, I've heard you say you wouldn't be you without Loretta Lynn's.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it was so important, that race back then. I mean, if you could win a title there, I mean, that was everything. Still important for sure, but man, I just think of the special moments and the sacrifices it took to get there.
The fuck they waiting on?
I wish I could have enjoyed it a little bit more, I could tell you, but it always seemed like it was so much pressure.
So this technical glitch is still trying to be rectified, and we will update you as soon as we know. Can't wait to get this started, for the engines to fire and the gate to drop. Hopefully that'll be when we come back.
At Napa, we know how to keep undercar under control. That's why our solutions are driven by 3 steps. Stop, go, grow. Stop safety issues by checking systems before they become bigger problems. Go further with quality repairs that prevent costly comebacks. Then grow your business behind the parts, people, and expertise that keep your shop moving at full speed. That's Napa know-how.
So I hammer the rudder and we go perpendicular.
Mark that a win.
That's nothing. I took the heavy dog at plus money. They went vertical out of the gate. Then they got outmaneuvered. Blew the lead.
Tower, we got a loser on our sides.
Negative Tower, his win is a go. With Bet365's early payout, I won the second they went up big.
Get paid out early with Bet365.
Good luck going after our fans. We have a Hunter's meal at McDonald's.
You mean the Sada Boys breakfast meal?
Ours has ramen McShaker fries.
Ours has hash browns.
Hash browns. Zoe! It's a battle for the fans.
With up to 581 miles per tank, you can go forever. The Subaru Forester Hybrid. Dog tested, dog approved.
Get as low as 1.9% APR financing on a new Subaru Hybrid.
Walmart Express delivery comes in as fast as an hour, so I don't sweat the small stuff.
Relax, Tina, I didn't forget. I just remembered later.
Blake knew. She ordered this an hour ago.
It was urgent.
Yeah. Matt knew.
I lost my bags again.
This came faster than his ride from the airport. Your friends will thank you.
Look, extra snacks already here.
That fast?
Who knew?
You do. Knowing you can handle anything in an hour, that's powerful stuff. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
It's very appropriate here in the Music City that Gibson would masterfully craft all
Come
three
on,
trophies for
man.
this weekend's race. And several years ago, the Lawrence brothers established a relationship with Gibson guitars. Tell us more, Jet.
Yeah, it kind of really came a little bit out of nowhere, you know. We formed up this great relationship with Caesar and obviously Gibson guitars and myself and my brother. My brother loves rock music. I'm just a big fan of music. You know, my girlfriend does music for a living, so that kind of tells. And yeah, we just have formed up a great relationship, and we love obviously Caesar and his family. They're great to us, and we get along good. You know, it's cool. Good relationship we have.
By the way, custom wrapped Gibson Les Paul guitars for first, and second, and third here at this race weekend. Really cool stuff. And as you can tell by the body language of the riders, the timing glitch has still not been rectified. So it's an elongated pause. This gets you out of your rhythm and your normal preparation. Ricky, what do you do here? How do you keep yourself locked in, so to speak?
Well, it's definitely not an ideal situation, and you're just hoping that they find it fixed and we get this show on the road ASAP. And yeah, for me personally, I just try not to overthink the situation and what I need to do.
Yeah, I agree. The good thing is, once they start the bikes up, it's almost like a trigger. It kind of throws you back into that zone, but definitely some nervous times at the moment right here. But some guys got their helmet off, just relaxing. Some guys probably want to take a nap, but they'll be ready to go.
Sometimes I use this time to quickly go to the bathroom because a lot of the times I'm terrible. I don't want to miss the gate drop, so I won't leave. So I think a lot of guys go to the restroom break. But, I mean, like you said, I think everyone's like pretty relaxed right now and stuff like that. But like you said, once you start that bike or put them goggles on, you kind of just naturally hit a nerve in your body. You're like, all right, it's time to focus now and try and execute my start. You go through your process. And it doesn't take you too long to get back into the zone of, all right, I'm ready to race.
So last couple of races, I know you've been watching from home. Last couple of races, we've been putting up some graphics because this young man, Cole Davies, has been racking up some impressive numbers. Impressive in the ballpark of yourself and Hayden Deegan. What do you make of this New Zealand teenager?
I mean, he's doing a lot better than I was when I first came into Supercross. I mean, gosh, his second year, is it? Pro, and he's doing a lot better than me. I can say that. It's great to see. Obviously, he's a New Zealander, but we kind of bond together because when we go outside the country. So it's really cool. He's a good kid, and to see that, it's just like unbelievable to see the average, the wins, the podium. It's really, really cool to see.
Jet, when you watch him, is there certain things that you appreciate that he does? Is there one thing that sticks out? You're like, oh, he does this really good.
I appreciate, I think, the most is there's not a lot of hesitation and when he's doing his laps and obviously the whoops. This guy just has like zero fear in the whoops and just comes in and sends it through every single time. And honestly, I think he would beat anyone in whoops. I almost feel like out of the 250 in history almost. You know, I always thought I was a pretty good whoop rider on a 250. I mean, I hit them in 5th gear when I was on 250, thinking that was unreal. He's putting that to shame. So he's, I think that's the biggest thing is just his whoop speed and commitment into him.
We're going to duck away to another break.
Right back. Use the bathroom real quick.
As we get closer and closer to this 250 main. Stick around.
So how did these strangers, a random collection of guys, end up fast friends? They were +1s to a high school reunion. Not fun. But then someone pulled out the BetMGM app. Who do you got? That's all it took. They bonded over betting stories before even learning each other's names. And when their bet hit, turns out this reunion wasn't so bad. Make it a bet that turns into a bond. BetMGM Sportsbook. Make it legendary.
ACE's YardRx program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, you can get a personalized prescription delivered free from the helpful folks at ACE. Subscribe now and save 20% on everything you need all year. Plus, right now, get a $25 bonus reward by spending $150 or more on qualifying Scott's products.
ACE is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
2 lemonades, please. Here, on me.
Larry. I'd go with the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo here. With this baby, you'll score like a 2%er.
Good choice. Tap, tap. Tippity tap, tap, tap.
Score unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
It starts with Celsius. Feel I can feel good about. I'm gonna need it. I'm training for life. From after-school pickups to meal prep to a 12-hour night shift. I don't have time to get ready. I've got to stay ready.
Dawn Patrol starts with a Celsius. I got a whole day to seize. First it's cardio, then it's a race against the clock. Refuel. I've got 48 to do in 24.
It's 4:49 a.m. Grab a Celsius, lock in. I've got a goal to hit and a deck to conquer. A party to be the life of, and all the essential energy I need to do it.
Vacation that changes everything. Universal Orlando Resort.
Monster Energy SMX World Championship is brought to you by Monster Energy and by Triumph for the ride. Beautiful afternoon here in Nashville, Tennessee. We got Jet Lawrence in the booth as our special guest, and there are fans all around the world who can't wait to see the now famous number 18 back on track. What does it mean when you look at images like this, mate?
I just looked at that and I'm like, damn, I used to be really good. No, it's like, I miss it, man. I miss that adrenaline rush. I'm out there in my cars racing random grandmas on the street to try and get that same adrenaline rush and try not to get pulled over because I miss it, man. I miss that adrenaline rush you get, the racing, the close racing. I miss it a lot. So I can't wait to get back and be at 100%. And I'm just missing the fans. Obviously, just everything about dirt bikes and our racing series. I just miss it, you know. So it's yeah.
There is the schedule, and we hope to see Jet back at Pala at Fox Raceway for the first round of this year's Pro Motocross Championship. Remember, 31 rounds comprise the SMX World Championship, 17 Supercross, 11 Motocross, and then we get into the SMX playoffs for those all-important final 3 races. Okay, can I ask the question everybody wants me to ask you? Hayden Deegan, you versus Hayden. He can't wait to get on a 450. We'll see him there. Are you equally as excited to go head-to-head with him? Will you go head-to-head with him?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I think any new challenges for me just adds a little bit extra motivation and wanting to do good. And honestly, like normally, but at the same time, I still got to be careful about Eli. Eli's looking great on the KTM. My brother Hunter, he's looking even better than last year, and Prado as well. He's on a KTM like he was in Europe, used to that bike and outdoors, so he'll be good. Chase, he can be fast at any time he wants, you know, and so there's a lot of guys that not only I have to be careful of and make sure I execute to beat, but he has as well, you know, so it'll be exciting. I think it's going to be really exciting for the sport. Obviously, someone new coming up. They always love a new kid who's coming up that's been doing well in 250, and they always want to see how they stack up against the 450. So I'm excited. I love outdoors. I feel like I'm better in outdoors because it's not as restricting. I'm just praying and hoping that I'm at 100% because I know if I'm at 100% by the time at Pala,
This is fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck?
I know I have a good chance, and I believe what I can do, and I think it'll be a fun summer.
Well, the fans are the winners because everybody talks about the era of Stu here and Ricky and Chad Reed, and even your own brother just said, hey, he feels fortunate to ride in the era and to be able to race against people like Eli and Kenny and Cooper Webb. And so with yourself, with Hayden, with the burgeoning Cole Davies, the sport is in a really healthy and exciting place. By the way, we need to talk Manufacturers Championship and take a look at this. You look at the best all-time, 2023, Honda on top. You and your brother contributed a lot to that.
Yeah, that was a good year, I think, for Honda, full stop. You know, you had Chase obviously winning the 450 championship, which was huge. Hunter and I getting the 250 Supercross championship as well, and we racked up a lot of wins, and obviously going into this SMX, but going into outdoors had a great year, and even in SMX. So it was a good year for Honda for sure.
And you're looking at a couple of Yamahas there. Yamaha's had an extraordinary year, courtesy of Cole Davies and Hayden Deegan and everybody contributing. Well, you're seeing goggles go on and you're hearing bikes fire up. This is a hugely promising sign and a sense of relief as well, because finally we're ready to get this 250 East Division main event underway here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Dude, that was a brutal wait.
The delay is done. The wait is over. Let's get ready to go. And for Cole Davies, he's
That's not good for NBC.
fourth event of the season. For Seth Hammaker, if he were to win, it would be critical in his championship hopes. And there they are, side by side, top two in the championship.
You can see a little bit in Cole Davies' rut. He has a little bit of a deeper rut, but it's a very straight rut, which you kind of always look at, see if it has a hole, how vicious the upcoming is on it as well. So it looks pretty flat. There's Hunter, probably drinking a smoothie or a tea. Or coffee. He loves coffee at this time as well. So he's probably drinking coffee to try and stay awake because it's such a long day.
By his own words, Cole Davies only has one thing on his mind. He wasn't worried about those East-West showdowns. He was interested in winning this
because he didn't have nothing.
Championship. And if he gets another victory here this afternoon in Tennessee, he's going to go a long way to achieving that. For Seth Hammaker, it's now. It has to be now. He's got to beat Davies. 250 East here in Tennessee. Let's go! And Hammaker does get a good start. They tuck it in there. Here comes Daxton Bennick. Bennick with the whole shot.
And that's the great thing about being able to sneak up the inside like
I think that was Landon Gordon that went down.
Thrasher comes up, power move. Gets into the lead quick. Cole Davies sending it through the whoops right now with Hammaker right behind him.
Yeah, Seth had a little scary one there. He got lost some spin drive on the whoops and kind of front got a little heavy, but we got
Davies around Hammaker. No,
so great to see
that's Hammaker behind Davies. Davies is behind Adams.
Great save by Seth right there. He wanted to get in there, but
Thrasher in the lead. Bennett second. Simonson 6th. Romano 7th. Shock, you got 11th. And I think, yeah, Landon Gordon is the one that went down.
How about the Rockstar Energy Factory Husqvarna of Daxton Bennett, the 58 right there. Last week in St. Louis, in the East-West Showdown, he had to go via the last chance qualifier. He won that, then finished 6th, and elevated himself to 3rd in the championship. This guy's having a stellar season, and he's keeping a watchful eye on Drew Adams.
Well, you see him looking over his shoulder. And the reason that he's looking over his shoulder is just protecting the inside, riding a little defensive to make sure the 35 of Drew Adams doesn't come up and try to make a pass up the inside. Great pass by Cole Davies. Look at Seth Hammaker trying to do the same thing. You just have to assume, Jet, that he does not want the 37 to get away, and he's got to make every move that Cole does.
Yeah, I think what you're going to see here is the typical thing of Cole's going to make a move, Seth's going to make a move. Cole's going to make another move, Seth's going to make another move. And it's just going to be, they're going to be going through the pack right now until they get to the front. And once you get to the front, I think they're just going to be trying to go as hard as they can to get around each other. So I think we got to...
This guy irks me when he talks.
On our hands right now, and I'm excited for it.
Good racer. I just...
If you have somebody a little bit faster than you, which normally doesn't happen in your situation, if you're Seth, do you try to get around Cole and slow him down, or you just try to follow him up? To me, I almost feel like I would want to stop his momentum, but if you're in this spot, what do you do?
See, if, I mean...
Holy shit, that inside line's a lot faster than that triple into the sand.
He's focused on the guy in front. I'm going to be trying to break his rhythm, like you said. I'm going to try and surprise him, get a front wheel in there. Take his mind off of going forward, you know, and, oh, I got to defend. So I think... that's what I'd be focusing on.
Cole Davies made quick work of Daxton Bennett. His teammate Landon Gordon's in the mechanics area, and he works on his other teammate, Nate Thrasher.
Well, this is going to really test the spirit of Seth Hammaker right now, because Cole Davies has made some clutch moves to get by, and you're going to keep your eye on the top of your screen right here. This is where Cole Davies is so explosive and so fast. Watch the time he'll make up in the whoops.
Oh,
all over him.
Here we go, inside move. Check this out. Almost had a shot there at his teammate. Goes the inside line. This is where he got Daxton Bennett. Not quite close enough.
Yeah, you're kind of surprised that Nate's running him so hard. You know,
Thrasher's riding good as fuck. Holy fuck.
But good for him. Like at this point, this is only helping Seth out. He has to try to get around Daxton Bennett, because I believe if Cole gets around his teammate, he might just ride off into the sunset.
Nate Thrasher's coming off his best result of the year. Hasn't been on the podium yet, but a 4th last weekend in St. Louis was crucial for him to get things back on track.
Right here, going back to the last lap. Cole needs to be right on the rear tire of Thrasher if he wants to absolutely execute this pass going through the whoops.
Meanwhile, watch in the background, watch Hammaker. Here comes the Kawasaki rider. Here comes Davies. Almost out of shape.
Again, Buckwild and then
Oh my god, he looks sketchy.
Cole and Seth in the background.
Yeah, Seth went forward as well in the background, but you know, I noticed Cole went a little bit farther inside in that last lap than he did, as Daxton makes a nice pass up the inside of Nate Thrasher.
That was a beautiful move.
That was a good pass from Bennett.
Meanwhile, let's talk more about Seth Hammaker. Here's Weege.
Yeah, well, this is fun as you watch him go through. That is his mom, Sally. She is not watching the race. She never does. She sets a clock on her phone for 13 minutes, paces nervously because she doesn't want to watch her son race, and then 2 minutes to go, she'll check to see if he's headed to the podium or not. This action is going on right now. One person doesn't know, his mom.
I think that helps with the stress a lot. I would do the same, but I can't. I have to watch.
Ooh.
Tell you what,
run it. Sorry about that. His weight got forward in the whoops and the back end got light. That was a nice adjustment that Seth made.
Oh, maybe here. If he nails this inside, go across.
Yeah, good move. Good
move.
And Daxton was nice to him right there. He could have pushed him up a little bit and made no contact, but I feel like Dax, he knows what's on the line right now.
Now, these are very, very key laps for Seth right now, because while Cole doesn't know he's in second right now. He's got to make up as much time as he possibly can before Cole looks back and goes, okay, Seth's right there. So I think he's really got to execute these laps nicely to try and gain as much time while maybe Cole's still relaxed.
JT.
Oh!
Hammack is down! Seth Hammack has said a week ago he has to push it more. He has to go for it more. Did he push it too much at the wrong time? Trying to catch Cole Davies.
That was such a simple little mistake right there, and I thought he had it saved. That wasn't major. Here's a replay right here. So he comes out triple, everything is good. Just gets off balance, and his momentum was going to the left.
This is why I said he made me nervous when he said that shit.
Pummels him right there. So he was off balance, right, Jet?
See, the tough block grabbed his foot just a little bit to create that extra bit of momentum for his bike to keep going sideways.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Got off pretty lucky, I mean, to be able to get back up, but what started that, he overjumped that triple and got his weight too far forward. That's what pushed him off that balance, but...
So is that counted as a track cut, what he did to get back on the track?
So didn't lose too much, but man, that's going to be costly as far as going after the win.
Hopefully we can make it back and salvage a podium. That's what we're going to try and go for, and hopefully either he's just trying to kind of hoping if maybe Cole makes a mistake in the upcoming rounds or something else.
This is Devin Simonson up against Henry Miller. Simonson on the inside. Miller makes the inside switch there and through the sand section. This is a good scrap for 5th place.
Yeah, I like that inside because we saw what Seth did. It seems like you can maybe hop out of that berm and just close the guys off even if they have the more momentum on the outside.
Here comes Devin Simonson around the outside, and at the moment as we race, Simonson has the upper hand on his Club MX teammate Cody Schock. These two have been having an awesome season this year, going back and forth.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth, like you said, trading positions each weekend, Diff, but what a ride by Henry Miller right here. He was working on Simonson, was able to make the pass, looking comfortable out there.
Ooh. Meanwhile, we're over the halfway mark. Quick reminder to stock up on Monster Energy drinks at Kroger.
Sand sections right here, Jet. You like sand sections?
I don't mind them. When they're in tight sections like that, they're not as fun, for sure.
Right.
When they're in nice swimming turns, I find them a lot more fun, especially when they have some nice rollers that you can jump and time together. So I like the sand, especially in outdoors.
Henry Miller in this 5th place aboard his MX-6 Kawasaki. That's exactly where he got season best in Detroit a couple of races ago. So nice work, Henry.
I'm hoping for Ben to get the second, get this podium.
Meanwhile, race leader Cole Davies has blown out to almost a 6-second advantage.
Yeah, dude is just rolling right here, and I feel like when you get into this position for a rider the caliber of Cole, this is just, I feel like he's just in maintenance or maintaining mode. Will?
Ricky, for all of you guys, just chatting with Cole Davies yesterday, asking about sort of how far he's come from round 1 for him to this point now. He was just describing how much of a kind of calmer rider he is, more controlled. He specifically talked about when he doesn't get the start. And it was a decent start, but we didn't see him out there with a whole shot and what he does. And he said he's just learned to go about being calm in those moments, working his way forward, not panicking, not kind of going, I got to get to the front and over pushing. And what we're seeing is a work for him. That's just exactly what we saw today. And he seems to be learning it very quickly. He said nobody told him that, and he just figured it out. I just feel that we're seeing this rider really develop right in front of our eyes through the season.
Bottom box there, you saw Hunter Lawrence riding towards the gate area to get ready for his main event. Look, New Zealand, for a small population, produces incredible sportsmen and women and sporting accomplishments. Can't remember if I said this last week or not, but you may have seen the news story where this young man, this teenage sensation Cole Davies, has captured the attention of fellow New Zealand sports people in the motorsport sphere. 6-time IndyCar champ Scott Dixon, NASCAR sensation Shane Van Gisbergen, Liam Lawson, Formula One driver. They've all reached out to this young man via social media to congratulate him and to spur him on and encourage him. That's pretty cool stuff.
No, it really is. I mean, can you imagine seeing that through social media, getting There's stars of other sports knowing that they're watching you.
Hammaker's kind of flying right now. He's fastest on the track.
We all appreciate, like, I'm sure Cole
Oh, last lap.
guys. I know I do. So, man, really cool for those guys to reach out to him and wish him luck.
This is going to be a very generous pickup in points for Cole Davies towards his quest for this 250 East Division Championship. Just 4.5 minutes and one lap remaining here, and picking his way through these lappers, doing a fantastic job doing that, JT.
He looks incredible, Ricky, and what I really enjoy about his racing is just the maturity that he shows, because yes, riders take risks. We've heard and seen Seth Hammaker kind of have the negative side of that, but also Cole took some risks when he made that pass in the whoops. He was a little bit out of shape to make the pass on Thrasher, but he knew when and where to apply that risk. And the rest of the race, he's been so tremendously patient. And such a big part of this is knowing when to push. And if I have to say it, a lot of this reminds me of a young Jet Lawrence, the patience and then an intensity when needed.
Yeah, it does. And another thing that I was really impressed with last year with Cole Davies in his rookie season is when he was getting heat in these races, he was
Come on,
really
Thrasher, don't
good
fucking
at
lose
just
it.
riding his race. He didn't get caught in the moment. Override the motorcycle if he was being pressured. And to have that amount of self-discipline is very tough, as you know, Jet and James. Hard to do that at a young age.
No, it's I think one of the hardest things. As a young kid, you have all the energy in the world, and all you want to do is win. I know as when I was young, and I still am, you're so competitive, and all you want to do is win. So I think it's a great thing to have, knowing when you need to step it up and when you need to, back it down. Like you said, in this one, he had that little burst of energy in the whoops to make a pass, and now, honestly, you just see him flowing. You don't see any extra energy that he's putting in. You don't see any extra things he's trying to pull out. Just hitting his marks and doing it. And now you see here, we're just talking about that. See if Seth could maybe catch up to make a salvage a podium, and he's doing that right now. Even second place is right there at Dax. So it's going to get some fun racing really soon.
Yeah, Seth has done a great job at catching these guys. He was about 7 seconds behind them, so he's doing everything. He understands if he can't beat Cole, he needs to finish behind him. So great recovery.
He technically cut the track.
Now I think it's a great
And they cut out Simonson.
These guys get caught up in these lappers, but Seth's got to try to make that.
But what do I know?
Daxton Bennick isn't that far up the track either, so Thrasher is the first one on Seth Hammaker's list. Then Daxton Bennick, who is having the best season of his career. If he can finish second, here we go. Hammaker gets Thrasher, so he's up to third.
Yeah, I was just about to call that out. It felt like Seth needed to make that pass while Nate was more concentrated on that lapper. He might be able to sneak up the inside. Great move by him in third place. Let's see if we can get another one.
Yeah, he used Jeremy Hand.
I keep hearing somebody. What the fuck is it?
I don't think that Nate was anticipating that.
I think right now these combinations in the whoops is the worst time. You have absolute cupped out beat whoops with dry slick, and these edges, if people were down there seeing, they are like concrete curves. So as soon as that thing gets kicked sideways, it is so hard to try and get that back tamed. Like as you've seen then before with Seth's run through there. So it's hairy. You're kind of deciding like, oh, do I jump? But they're not broken down as much as.
Damn, he put a 6-second gap on Thrasher already. That's
massively. You can kind of jump him. So he's in a hairy kind of situation of either jumping or skimming, but he's still going with skimming because he's trying to make up passes right now.
You're listening to the voice of three-time and reigning SMX 450 world champion Jet Lawrence as we watch the 10 of Seth Hammaker close in on Daxton Bennick. This is for second with less than a minute plus a lap to go in this 250 East Division main event here in Nashville.
Be interesting to see how much of a fight Daxton Bennick puts up right here, because the 10 of Seth Hammaker.
What the fuck?
An immense amount of time, and he is all over him.
The one thing Seth Hammaker has shown us time and again, James, as he works on Bennick here, is he can have an incident.
Oh shit.
Rebounds and recovers.
Oh!
Bennick and Hammaker are down.
Oh man.
Thrasher goes through to grab second place. Oh my goodness.
What a heartbreak for Bennick.
Oh, he was
and
doing
the 10.
That's such a bummer. He was putting in such a great ride too. That's such a bummer.
Damn.
Racing incident. Daxton lost the rear end, and then Seth had that momentum, but because Seth almost jumped off the racetrack, it actually threw him wide. So he was able to square that corner up, and those two collided.
One more lap to go for Cole Davies. He has no idea of the mayhem that has just unfolded behind him.
Final lap. And this is going to be massive for a guy like Devin Simonson. Showing him still 5th right here.
That'll be a career best for Devin Simonson. Davies is en route to his 4th victory of the year.
What a ride by this guy.
This guy don't even know the carnage that's going on behind him. He's like, oh, that was a pretty nice, calmful race. Oh.
And this is what he does best. Stays in control, manages everything, championship on his mind, gives himself a little confirmation nod there. And in similar fashion to his teammate Hayden Deegan last weekend, it's going to be a 15+ second win. Look at this, nodding his head. Cole Davies has done it again and increases his championship lead in the 250 East Division.
Oh, here we go. Simonson getting by Bennick. Bennick looks over, sir. There's Miller, too.
Henry Miller wants a shot.
These next few sections, he might drop 2 positions.
Daxton Bennick's got to try and regroup, and recover here. But he's still shell-shocked from that knock and that fall.
It was like his helmet was caught under.
Oh, he could have had it. Hammaker gets on the podium. Simonson gets a career best. And Daxton Bennick, a 2nd or a 3rd, turns into a 5th.
Wow, that's a bummer, that's a bummer.
There's the man of the moment. He says, let's go. Well, you did go all the way to another win, Cole Davies.
Yeah, that was a great ride. I got to give a shout out to Seth. He was able to get back up twice after 2 big hits and still finish up on the podium.
I think that's what it's hard to teach kids nowadays, and I don't think it's very hard to teach them just in general. The hard work and that never give up. Obviously, in that race, Seth got knocked down twice, and he still didn't quit and still kept going. Obviously, got a 3rd. But I mean, the man of the hour right now, obviously Cole Davies, after a probably fairly calmful race for him.
That was his dad in the background there, just giving a gentle congratulations. Mum there. Let's bring you the UFO Plus.
That was insane.
We couldn't believe it, just like you at home. This was crazy. Seth Hammaker trying to work on Daxton Bennick. Daxton gets sideways. Seth clips him, and down they both go.
Yeah, you couldn't time that.
Oh, his visor was stuck under his own front tire.
Daxton gets sideways. The 10 of Hammaker gets an unreal drive out and then nowhere to go. That just,
It's a bummer. I think Seth was going to go cut under, but then he was going right, then Dax was going right, then he tried going left, and obviously it started sliding, and that's what you never want to see, obviously. It's a bit of a bummer. They both are riding really, really well, and obviously would have been great to see Dax to get a podium as well.
That's right.
That was crazy. Crazy.
Star Yamaha, Cole Davies, Nate Thrasher. That's Nate's first podium on the year. Well done. And then Seth Hammaker continues his podium streak as well. Spare a thought for Daxton Bennick. But congratulate Devin Simonson. That's a career high. Well done. What a race. Had a little bit of everything after an elongated technical hiccup and delay. We got quite the race. Let's hear from the winner. He's with Jason Thomas.
Thank you, Lee. Well, Cole Davies, you're really starting to stretch this lead out, but this was a racetrack where you needed to really employ that whoop skill again. It has been such an edge for you. Tell us how you were able to maneuver through those each and every lap, because that seemed like it was the difference.
Man, they were sketchy tonight. They were super steep, like the cups, because I left it all day, so the cups were real gnarly. But yeah, I'd just like to thank the whole Monster Energy Star Racing Yamaha team, Pete, Loa, Komatsu. Yeah, I'm stoked. That was a good race, and you know, I didn't get off to a good start, you know, but I made it happen, and yeah, I'm stoked with that.
Congratulations. Let's send it over to Will Christian.
Thank you, JT. Here now with Nate Thrasher. Nate, congratulations. The first podium for this year. It's been an entire year since we found you in this situation, and what a crazy race to get that done in. Talk us through the whole shot, and then, you know, being out of it and then being back in it. An incredible race.
Yeah, honestly, I did not ride good at all. Just didn't have a flow. Felt like I was really great in practice, solid in that heat, and it just kept being harder pack, and I just started struggling a little bit. Just got a little pumped up and did the best I could. The whoops were gnarly. Dax really deserved that one. But yeah, I got to get up to the team, my wife, the man up above. Just, yeah, I'm pumped to be second, but we got a lot of work to do.
Back on the box. Congratulations, Nate. Weege.
Thanks, Will. Third place finisher, Seth Hammaker, always known for the gritty rides. That was one of the grittiest. Can you even describe everything that went down?
Yeah, I gotta have to watch that one back to see, figure out what all went down, but made a mistake all on my own early on there. Yeah, just can't be doing that in this part of the championship, and salvaged to ride pretty good up until me and Dax got together in the mechanics area, so that was an unfortunate event for both of us, but all in all, I just dug deep, tried to ride as hard as I could, and landed on the podium, which was cool. But yeah, just thankful to be up on the box again, and yeah, that's all I can say. See you next weekend.
Keep digging. Let's send it back to JT.
Thank you, Jason. Well, Devin Simonson, you've been the story the last couple weeks, not always for the best reasons, but this one is the right reason. Fourth place. What a battle. Walk us through those final few laps of that battle you were in with not only Henry Miller, but also Daxton Bennick.
Yeah, man, Henry got me pretty early, and I just tried to follow him and pick up on some better lines that he had, and did so, got the pass back pretty quick, and yeah, a bunch of carnage was happening out front. I honestly don't even know, but yeah, I got the pit board that I was fourth, or battling for fourth, so gave it everything I had, and yeah, came out with this one.
Great job, big steps forward.
Thank you.
Big steps forward. Been quite the year for Devin Simonson. Updated East Division points for the 250s. Davies just continues to
16 points up above Seth.
To becoming the fourth different 250 winner here in as many attempts in Nashville, joining Martin Davalos, Hunter Lawrence.
All right, we might, depending how this race goes, I might end up end the 450 early.
So they're the updated points.
I got a Twitch stream I got to do.
Up here with RC and Stu, myself.
Depending how the race, if it's a crazy race, a lot going on, then we stay in.
Can't wait to see you in motocross.
Oh, will do. Thanks for having me. I'm going to go stress for the next 20 minutes plus one lap.
Cheer your brother on.
So, yeah, I'm going to go cheer on. Hopefully everyone's riding safe, and, well, not riding safe, but comes out safe, and there's some good night racing, so I'm excited for it, and thanks for having me on. I had a blast, boys.
There he is, SMX World Champion, 3 years in a row, Jet Lawrence, and there's his brother Hunter, who is tied at the top of this 450 championship. Eli Tomac, Hunter Lawrence, tied, 5 points back, is Ken Roxon, who continues to surge, has been the story of the past few weeks. And then Cooper Webb, mathematically not out of this championship. Hey boys, I think that 250 main was a little appetizer for what we're about to see now.
And again, James, this track is super difficult. As the sun has been beaten down on it, it's dry, it's slick. We talked about it. I mean, grip is a premium, and it's hard to make up time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and just, you know, when you're sitting on the gate, you're watching all this carnage of the class before you, it makes you a little nervous, but it is go time. It's go time for these three guys. Eli Tomac, Ken Roxon, and Hunter Lawrence. It needs to get done.
This is one of those tracks also, as we talked about the difficulty.
I guess they are they're going to make some noise about that little Seth cutting the track a little bit.
Couple of weeks, Ken Roxon. His first win was Glendale. That was earlier in the season. But then that Detroit win and St. Louis. St. Louis was the race where after 3 years, he came back to win again. And then to win there was super special, to vault himself back into a legitimate championship contender. He's in the discussion now with Hunter Lawrence. He's in the discussion now with Eli Tomac and Cooper Webb. Can he continue this winning run? Is it possible for Kenny to get 3 in a row? He had super speed in the heat, but went down with a little hiccup, a little error in the sand section. What's he got when it counts?
I think he has a lot, and truthfully, I think this track, if he gets a good start, it's going to set up well for him. He's very quick in the opening parts of the race, and make no mistake, Ken Roxon believes that he can win this championship, win these races, and he's been proven in the last couple weekends. Let's see if he can do it 3 in a row, like you said.
12 after 12 rounds of the Monster Energy AMA Supercross Championship, the 450, the premier class, has never been closer at the top in the history of this sport. Let's hear Roxon's thoughts on that.
Yeah, we're definitely trying not to look at the points. You know, I've been riding really well, so I want to keep doing exactly as I have been and just stay in my comfort zone. You know, I don't want to let anybody or anything get me unraveled, so I have the same mindset going into this weekend, as you know, hopefully I will have down the stretch going to Salt Lake. So it's you know, even when things tighten up, like I know everybody loves to talk about it, and it is very exciting even for me. So I'm truly enjoying the high pressure situation, because even a few races ago, like I just said, when you have 31 points down, you have just as much pressure, because if you want to make something off this championship, you can't lose anymore. So the pressure is there either way, and I feel like I've done a good job for me personally to keep everything at bay and just do the best that I can, because then I can leave Saturday night knowing that I left nothing on the table, and whatever the result is what it is.
Last week, you may have noticed they put the black rims on his Suzuki. Somebody in the team said, or maybe it was Ken, said, hey, that looks like a Hot Wheels car. So Ken got this on the back of his helmet for this weekend. He loves that spirit. The team's in a great mood. He's in a great headspace. It's game on.
It's go time. He's going to have to wipe out that heat race performance. This is the time you talk about championship and what do you have to do, and the mental resiliency. Forget about what happened. Go back to where you have been the last 3 weeks and carry on.
Yeah, I think he will too. I think that heat race was, he understands what happened. Maybe
There you go, 450 main.
Make no mistakes, Ken Roczen, just like these other ones, are here to play today.
Eli Tomac has won here in Nashville before. For him to get a 5th win on the season, that would do wonders for his championship chances.
Oh my God.
450 main in Nashville. Let's go! Joey Savachi with a brilliant start. Justin Hill on the outside. Hunter Lawrence got a little sideways. Prado gets through. But it's Justin Hill who leads the way.
Look at Kenny. You listen to James have that explosiveness.
Oh my God. Tomac 13th. Hunter 5th. Sexton 13th.
This is what he needed. This is where he made the error in the heat race.
Prado 3rd.
Just one rider
Webb 11th.
before he takes control of this race. Here he goes. I asked him yesterday about that.
Oh my God.
At St. Louis last week. He said the opportunity presented itself, so I had to go for it. And here he's presented with the same opportunity. Justin Hill looks over at Justin and takes the lead of this race.
As I said, Ken Roczen, man, you can just tell this guy just understands what makes him so good is him being so explosive. And Ken is out there doing what he's been doing over the last few weekends, and just to be able to be that aggressive, to get past Hunter Lawrence, get past Justin's Hill right here.
Look at that.
Catch the 94.
Jumping through the whoops, picture perfect. Like James was saying, how explosive he is these first couple laps. His MO, I would assume, to come out here, throw down some sprint laps, 4 or 5 laps, get a gap, 4 or 5 seconds, and just maintain from there.
There goes my fucking podium on RM Fantasy.
Better than Ken Roczen.
That's what he did last week. And then he was told to slow it down on the last lap. And he said, that got me out of my rhythm.
Right.
He had a 10-plus second lead.
And why is this going to be really hard for these guys like Hunter Lawrence? Because we see how slippery this racetrack is. Anytime anybody's pushing it on this racetrack, they've been making a lot of mistakes. So this gap with Kenny's getting is just going to make it really, really hard for Hunter to make that.
Hunter and
Hunter, he can't waste any
Jorge.
time behind the 26 of Jorge Prado on that Red Bull KTM. He's lost a lot.
Oh,
no, bottom of the screen.
Savachi and Malcolm down.
Joey Savachi. Here goes Hunter Lawrence on Prado. Inside in the sand section. Which
His bike won't start.
better? The inside one does for the Honda HRC Progressive Rider.
Championship perspective right here. The two guys holding the red plate, Hunter Lawrence and Eli Tomac. Right now, the leader would be
Hunter Lawrence.
Hunter Lawrence and Ken Roczen tied at the top.
That's right.
Crazy. This is Chase Sexton and Eli Tomac, 9th and 10th. Tomac has made up 3 positions over the last lap, though. He's got a lot more. Malcolm Stewart, your little brother, back in the mechanics area. What a shame. He rode so well in his heat.
Tomac was P12 that first lap. So he's got some work to do.
Here is Hunter Lawrence on Justin Hill. What a start and what a ride by Justin.
Yeah.
Go back a few years ago, Justin had a breakout ride here in Nashville. Something about this soul in the stadium. He's doing pretty good, but Hunter Lawrence is actually making some time back up on Ken Roczen. Ken didn't get away too much. That's great for Hunter. We know how strong he is at the end of the race.
Look at the lap times here. Hunter Lawrence, the last lap, 53.1 to a 53.5 for Ken Roczen.
Wow.
4/10.
So watch that margin. It's 2.5 seconds. Roczen to Lawrence with still plenty of time left in this main event.
Now,
dude.
Webb got up to 6.
Maybe Kenny made a mistake, but you can tell by his body language, this isn't a normal Ken Roczen that we see in these opening laps. Kind of looks a little stiff, so I'm interested to see what happened here, because Hunter Lawrence is making up a lot of time, RC.
Well, I was down here in qualifying practice. Lee and I were on the track, and I just could see, and the track was a little bit different in qualifying practice earlier today, but Hunter just looked comfortable on his motorcycle, and I said that to him, and I'm like, man, so these next couple laps going to be interesting. I think if the 96 can get a hook in him, it's game on. JT.
Guys, watch next lap in the sand. Kenny's tripling to the outside, which has been really good all day, but they've done some track work, and that inside line through the sand is really starting to work. Watch Hunter, he triples to the inside and uses a lot less racetrack. He's going to close it down even more than he already is.
Yeah, no, he's already on him. And talked about this a little bit during the call. It's been a few years since Ken Roczen's been in position, almost 10 years in this spot where he's riding this good. Do you think maybe the pressure's starting to get to him, because he's definitely riding really tight as Hunter's going up the inside?
Well, look at this. Lawrence switches lines, switches again, has a shot at the lead of the race. Will he look at that inside option on Roczen? He sure does.
Ooh.
Couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, I can tell you this much, James, and you know it better than anybody. When you're in Hunter Lawrence's position and you've made that much time up on your rival and competitor for the championship, it is a great feeling because you're playing with house money on speed.
Yeah, and especially against Ken Roczen. And again, we know how good Ken has been in the beginning part of the race, and Hunter's almost strong. He's stronger towards the end, so we'll find out. Looks like Kenny's starting to stabilize. Justin Hill is right behind these guys.
Yeah, he just put up a 52.4.
Great spot if he can stay right there.
Hey, while we're enjoying this fight up front, let's just take a moment to praise Team Tedder's Justin Hill. That's a privateer bike, ostensibly. He's ahead of the factory KTM of Jorge Prado. Well done to the veteran.
If I'm Hunter Lawrence, I think I'm going to just go ahead and make the pass if I can.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, this is where I love, like, bench racing with you. I myself personally, I would, if I knew that I had him on speed, if I was Hunter and I had Kenny on speed, I would kind of leave him out there to hang and try to force Ken into an error to maybe where I could not only pass him, but maybe he, like, tips it, and then I could gain more position by that.
No,
I mean, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, but I think Kenny's so good that, you know, he's going to stabilize his race. Now he looks a little bit looser than what he was.
Yeah, he's putting faster lap times.
As we're watching the teammates.
For fifth, Cooper Webb on the inside of Justin Cooper. Gets it. Meanwhile, Eli Tomac has not been able to move any further forward than 10th place. Here is Chase Sexton in 9th. There is Eli Tomac 10th. Whoa, Sexton pressing hard on Dylan Ferrandis on that Troy Lee Design Red Bull Ducati.
Look how slippery this track is. I noticed that.
What's going on with?
Had a shot on Eli the last time we had it. He was kind of looking like Chase Sexton was in that heat race. There wasn't really no sense of urgency, kind of standing up, laboring into the corners, and the guy that we saw in the heat race isn't this guy right now.
It's like he's settled into these guys' pace. Even though, like, he's probably a bit faster, it's almost like, yeah, he's just gotten into their pace here, and this is going to be huge for both Kenny and Hunter from a points perspective.
Nice work from Ferrandis there, passes Shane McElrath. That's for 7th. And that is exactly Ferrandis' best result on this new ride aboard that Troy Lee Design Red Bull Ducati.
Keep in mind, we haven't talked about it hardly at all today, other than how it affects the track conditions. It's been hot, and not always do these guys race in hot conditions in Supercross. So fitness is really going to come into play. The sun has absolutely been.
Where's Wilson? Did he make it? Oh yeah, he's 12.
So as we get later on in this main event, it's going to be fun to see how it works out for the top two guys.
That was weird.
Was it Sabachi?
Yeah, Sabachi pulling over, but he was a lap down, so.
So back up front, 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Slices it back to 1. It's fluctuating, but Roxon's remaining resilient out in front.
I wonder if Kenny kind of got into a slump there early on and maybe lost his groove, and that's what allowed Hunter Lawrence to catch up to him, but he's kind of pulled back out a gap now, Will.
I'm just down, Ricky, in the mechanics
Webb
area right
is
now.
probably going to pass Prado.
Camera, you can see right there, that's Hunter Lawrence's mechanic and Billy Hartle, Ken Roxon's mechanic. And right now it's kind of alternating between just letting them know position on board, the position that everybody else is at on the track, and obviously the time difference there. But also every now and then we see them flash up messages, right solid, good, that's what we needed. So right now they're just keeping their guys honest on track.
Something happened to Prado.
Oh man, this is James. I just go back to our days of racing, and anytime you get down the stretch right here, and it's almost, when you're neck and neck like this and so close in time, it just becomes a battle of the minds at this stage, and who wants it more?
Yeah. Jorge Prado's in trouble. The Red Bull KTM rider, there he is, bottom box. He was running in 4th, challenging Justin Hill for 3rd.
Yep, that whoop section up there, Hunter Lawrence.
Almost 1 second advantage he gained.
Here he comes.
All fitness right here. Oh, Kenny gets off sequence. He doesn't triple out of that corner right there, James. Lappers, our lapper's gonna come into account. Ooh, I like that inside to the right on the whoops. Looks like you're able to drive through a little bit faster.
Yeah. Roxon takes the inside line. Hunter Lawrence with a hard landing also on the inside. Lost a little time there. We're just over the halfway mark. Quick reminder to stock up on Monster Energy drinks at your local Kroger.
Yeah, it didn't look like Hunter did anything to be able to close that gap up on Kenny, so you could tell he's in that spot to where he feels like he has that pace, he can close that gap whenever, so really just comes down to when he wants to make that move. We talked about it earlier in the heat races. When you get there, you gotta jump on that guy. You know Kenny's probably gonna fight back, so wherever you do it, make sure it's in the spot. Kenny can't retaliate and slow this race down for you.
That's right, you can't have an attempted fail. Close call right there by Tristan Lane. Kenny almost ran into him, but look at that right side. See where Hunter was at? I believe that's going to be a really good opportunity for Hunter.
He's right there.
Close to make a move.
I'm like stuck on what's going on.
Fitness, and how is that going to play a part?
This is fascinating.
Yeah.
Watching the ebb and flow between these two, and that gap.
0.065 seconds behind.
Who is playing the better game here? Is it Roxon out in front, or is it Hunter Lawrence just biding his time?
And you talk about game, Lee, and I believe this, James. It's a game of chess, and what is the game plan?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And you
Kenny, a mistake by Roxon. He knew it. He looked behind, and Lawrence was out of pounce. Now Roxon comes back.
Ooh.
Lawrence has got the inside line. Roxon can't set him up for a move there. Hunter Lawrence in the lead of this race.
Yeah, Kenny slid off that little single on the inside, and he looked back almost if something happened.
That shit getting so hard packed in certain spots.
Right there, he could have ran it a lot harder, Ricky.
Kenny's a quality guy, but these next couple laps are going to be so key. Ken is normally so explosive, not only beginning of the races, but to be able to get back by it. But watch what happens. Ken gets a little sideways right there. He's going to come out of this 90 sideways under braking.
Yeah, he just slid off, and he must have looked back because he thought Hunter might have been on the outside. I'm not really sure, but he could have punted Hunter off the racetrack. I think even Hunter was kind of surprised that he didn't do it, but just shows you how much respect Kenny Roxon has. But there's that gap.
Now look at this. Hunter Lawrence says, thank you, that was a gift, and I'm going to take off. There's no pressure on Ken Roxon from Justin Hill whatsoever, so this is comfort zone. If he doesn't have anything in response to Hunter Lawrence, it's still going to be a good result that keeps him within 1 point of the championship lead.
A lot of racing left, but you talk about the mental side.
Oh, what the fuck just happened?
I have to say, if Hunter is able to get this win and take it down to the checkered, the confidence that that's going to give him going into these next 4 rounds, I just think would be...
Roxon's dropped it.
Oh, he's got to kick it too. Oh, it gets back, fired back quick.
This race is unraveling for Ken Roxon.
Oh, there goes Cooper Webb.
Justin Hill is second, Webb is third, Roxon demoted to fourth.
That was right before the finish.
I did put Roxon fourth on RM Fantasy.
The crowd really not sure where he was. I'm not sure how he ended up that way.
Maybe over-rotated the corner or something coming out. Oh, hold on.
We've seen a couple of those moments where Kenny, just even on the bike, just really stiff. And
dude, it seems like he's, I don't know, maybe not as energetic. Even before, you know, he went down. A little lethargic on the bike, but you never know.
6 minutes to go, plus a lap.
Oh yeah, he's trying to make mistake after mistake.
What do you see, James? Well, I mean, he came out firing. I mean, we saw him get around Hunter, make those kind of passes.
Chew Hill, dude, fucking.
Just gotta go back to just on the mental side.
Oh, Webb might get in a second. What happened to Jacob? Did he fall too?
He's kind of dealing with that, or you got to look at the championship. You know what I mean? Like that pressure of being there.
Oh yeah.
By the way, this is second in Justin Hill, third in Cooper Webb, and Roxon is just to the right of your screen. This is going to be close for those next two spots on the podium, with Hunter Lawrence clearing out to a whopping 16-plus second lead.
Love the resiliency, too, of Cooper Webb. Great run for Justin Hill, but Cooper Webb, defending Supercross champ, 3-time Supercross champ at that as well.
Here we go.
To never give up.
Inside move, Cooper Webb. He hasn't been on the podium, RC, in the last 3 races. Justin Hill fights back. Wow! Hill says, I want this second place.
Yeah.
Great move.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And you know that's not going to sit well with the #1 Cooper Webb, but
what it's doing is it's helping Roxon.
Yeah, it's helping Roxon, and
That was a boss block.
Isn't too far behind those guys. Same thing with Chase Sexton.
Right there, yeah.
Tomac down.
Tomac drops it.
Oh, this is going to be massive.
He was in 8th place, and he is seeing positions and points go by.
Oh, he's going to be outside of the top 10 or close to it, right on that bubble.
Ugh, Tomac.
11th place.
For the day that started with so much promise with a heat win, what happened to Tomac? Watch bike 3.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going there. Probably just going to hit the front brake and lose.
Oh!
Yep, there you go. Yeah, you can just tell.
Wow.
His troubles already started. This kind of adds insult to injury, but
he's looking.
He's back in 11th place now. Meanwhile, Cooper Webb's got back by Justin Hill. So, the defending Monster Energy AMA Supercross champion in the 450 class is up to second, and a much-needed second at that. He had a really great run of podiums there, mid-season, and then he's been absent from the podium the last 3 rounds. This will be a welcome relief and return.
Yeah, but speaking of podium, look at that number 14 on the Ducati race and Dylan Ferrandis. This podium might be for him as well.
Oh, Kenny.
Here comes Ferrandis. Ferrandis on that Ducati.
Yeah, Kenny's struggling right now.
Dylan Ferrandis is relishing this opportunity.
Oh, Ferrandis off the track. Fuck.
Sexton's right there.
Yep.
Jay Sexton was there to capitalize.
Ooh, that's going to be
no comment.
Yeah. Refs aren't going to like that. Yeah, refs aren't going to like that move there by Dylan Ferrandis. He probably should have got back on or made a more effort to go to that corner. Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan, we kind of watching you right now.
Seth got docked 2 position for cutting the track.
But he looks good out there. He's riding really
Ferrandis just cut the track too, so.
We still got 2.5 minutes plus 1 lap. This is where Kenny right now, you talk about his championship run and these last 3 weeks, how they went. He has got to dig so deep. How special were those 2 wins? Well, if he would be able to get on the podium, this would be huge. Quality pass.
Nice pass by Kenny right there.
Don't discount Chase Sexton. Here comes the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider.
Yeah, you know, Chase senses that as well. Like Kenny might be struggling. Sure, he would like to be able to get on the podium, especially how his day's been going.
Good little bounce back for Sexton.
Kawasaki, Chase Sexton. I think this could be as difficult as this race has been for Kenny. If he finishes on the podium,
Seth dock 2 position will be insane.
been different with Ken Roxon, but he doesn't get up. That number 4 is closing.
Yeah, it's coming down to the wire too, and Lapper's coming into play. Sexton got a good drive right here. He's all over him. I know these guys have been buddies in the past, but it's going to be interesting to see if the 4 really pushes hard to get that podium, or he gives one to his friend here.
Points-wise, Roxon is 10 adrift of Hunter Lawrence now as they run with a minute plus a lap to go in this 450 main. The 26-year-old Australian, bottom box, Hunter Lawrence on the Honda.
Tomac's going to be 15 points back now.
He's looking at his 4th win on the season. He had never won a 450 main until this year. Can he win his
This is going to be good for Webb to get into the top 4 somewhere. Well, duh, top 4, but put him a lot closer to Tomac.
Hunter could add his name to that list in just 4 races time.
What an absolutely epic ride by the number 96 of Hunter Lawrence on that factory Honda HRC. That fall that he took 2 weeks ago in Detroit, he backs it up with the podium, and then now an absolutely dominant ride. Bides his time, gets by the man. Quality ride.
No, I agree with you on that, and I would say every one of his wins this year have been like straight up. He's beat the guy, so talking about believing in yourself, he's got it done, but this race ain't over.
Well, look, I like to go back and think about the history that riders have in certain locations. This is where Hunter Lawrence clinched his 250 East Division title. This is a special place to this guy. And we just had his younger brother, Jet, in the booth with us, talking about what he's seen his brother accomplish this year and how he's seen his older brother grow and move into a different echelon of the sport, which is, there's that brotherly pride, but this is big time for Hunter Lawrence. 1 lap to go before he extends his championship lead and wins for the 4th time this year. Cooper Webb is 8.5 seconds back. Ken Roxon, you're watching on your screen, is in 3rd with Chase Sexton chasing. And then Dylan Ferrandis is poised to get the Red Bull Troy Lee designed Ducati bike its best result in
He's going to get docked.
Quick reminder that the SMX
He cut the track kind of technically right there, and they already docked Seth. He's going to get docked too.
when we say goodbye in just a moment's time, that's on Peacock.
I know Jet is happy for his brother, but man, the way Hunter's riding, there's going to be some awkward dinners at the house when he's got to go up against him, because Hunter Lawrence is a different man.
He stalked Ken Roxon at the beginning of the race. Roxon made a little mistake, and Hunter Lawrence was there to capitalize on it. Hunter Lawrence wins in Nashville and extends his championship lead.
All right.
Thanks so much for watching
Ending the stream. I got to get, if you guys want to go to Twitch, Steezy Too Breezy over there with 3 E's. We'll be playing Armor Reporter.